Oh, there it is. All right. I see the compares starting to line up, so let's go ahead and start this properly. Good evening, folks. My name is Nick Perez. I'm the executive director of the Orlando Regional Chess Alliance, and with me tonight is
Hello, my name is Tori Sanza, and I'm the Senior Prize Director of Orlando Chess Alliance.
and
The,
this go ahead. Oh, and I'm turning my alarm off. My that was my alarm to say start streaming if you haven't already. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I'm very excited to announce the first annual Women's Amateur Chess Tournament here within Orlando Regional Chess Alliance. We have some fantastic women who are competing for the title through our first online tournament.
Yes, this is so exciting. So we have women and girls that are beginners from around the chess community here in Orlando that are
Mhm,
trying their hand. So these are relative beginners. So we're not
mhm,
going to see Magnus Carlsen, level play here tonight necessarily, but we are going to see very
mhm.
passionate play from some very passionate newcomers to the game. So that's probably one of the most exciting things we have. Another element of this is there are 12 players that are going to compete. We see seven are in the room now. I see. Okay, good. My wife and my daughter are among them, and I see them both in there, so that's definitely good to see. But who? There are coaches. So for every two players, there's a different coach for them, and you coach two of our players. Do you want to talk about that, Tori?
Yes, I coached two of them, Briali and Sophie. They're both relatively new to chess. Briali only learns chess in March, and her name is BB21202. But when she was thrown into the world, she got so excited. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And this tournament was kind of a way for her to really dive in and learn and understand chess on a deeper level. And same with Sophie. Sophie learned as a child, but and her father plays and her sibling as well, but isn't as active within the world of chess as they are. But this project also is an opportunity for her to kind of understand the world as well. So to hear both their perspectives, learning as a young child versus learning so recently, has been really exciting and eye-opening. And I can't wait to see how both of them do. And I know you as well, Nick, have had the honor of coaching your daughter and your wife. How
Yes.
has it been for you?
Very fun, very fun. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, my daughter's name is Banka. You see, she's there as Club Banka,
Hmm.
and so she is 8 years old now. So I taught her, 2, 3 years ago. But we really started out like just basics. Like we literally just played with the rooks and the knights as toys, basically, but toys that happen to move
Hmm.
a specific way. And then we really slowly grew from there. So yeah, being able to teach her is really fantastic. I didn't learn chess until I was 14, so the fact that I like
Oh.
get to teach her a little bit now,
Hmm.
as opposed to later, because really 5 is such a great time to start chess because their minds are so they're sponges,
Yes.
and the lessons they learn now are will stay with them for a lifetime. So it's been great to work with her, and my wife, my poor wife, has Christine, who's on here as Dashing Rogue Christine. I think, I don't know if she knew the rules before we met in high school, but I mean, I've been
Mhm.
playing with her occasionally since high school, but I mean, I always like, really, as soon as I learned it at 14, I was like off to the races, like, just tournaments and studying and going to lectures and learning from people. And so, her interest is mostly attached to me.
Hmm.
But she really has taken to some of the stuff I've been trying to teach her, especially lately, like doing my own chess club in the Orlando area and kind of seeing the game from close up the way I've been involved with it the last few years. She's really taken to it too. So she has played
Oh.
off and on for 25 years, but
Mm.
we're talking majorly long breaks in between for her. So
Yes, yes.
she's not does not have like some sort of massive advantage or anything like that.
Okay.
And yeah, tonight's is an arena. If you're not familiar with the chess.com arena, it's going to be 2 hours of chess play, and basically players will be matched against each other nonstop. So there's no elimination. You play a game, win or
Mhm.
lose, As soon as you're done, you just hit join next game, and as soon as someone's available, they'll pair you with another person, and you keep doing that for 2 hours, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. And unlike a Swiss system tournament, it is 1 point for a draw and 2 points for a win. But if you're on a winning
Mhm.
streak, the second straight win, you get 1 bonus point, so it'd be 3 points for that win. For the third straight win or anything more than that, you get 2 bonus points per win. So 4 points for every win once you're on a winning streak of three or more. Obviously, winning streaks are incredibly valuable. Consistency is important. Seeing what kind of streaks people go on in this tournament is going to be important. And it's 10-0, so 10 minutes per side with no bonus per move. So you'll see,
Oh,
yeah,
bonus.
we'll see some time scrambles at the end. What do you think about that time control for the players, Story?
I really like longer time controls, especially at the beginning. I remember, and I still believe that 10-0 or 10 or 15-10 are the best time controls because they're not too long and that they feel drawn out. There is still a level of you're on the clock, but especially 10-0 because there's no additional added time. Like once it hits, it's gone. Like it's there's enough time for you to think, but not too much where you still have to you if you're an intuition player, like you rely a lot on your intuition. Like the time there's it doesn't come back, but also it's not too quick where like 3 minute or 5 minute where you're really racing against the clock. Like there is some calculation involved and um it allows players to think on their feet without feeling too much pressure on the clock, but also not feeling like the clock isn't moving. It's a good
Hmm.
in between.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's yeah.
Hmm.
I completely agree with your stance on that. Me personally, I love increments. I'm probably too reliant on them, but like I
Hmm.
like to take a good chunk of my time in the opening and middle game, a good chunk of whatever time I've started with, and then blitz like crazy, on the back of those increments towards the end. Um, so yeah, I played a live 5-0 tournament a month or two ago, and it was my first tournament with no increments in 15 years, 20
Oh my
years.
God.
And I got killed. I got killed. I
Oh
had so many
no.
positions because I had so many positions that were either drawn or won, but I
Hmm.
literally physically could not make the moves happen fast enough on the board to prove it. Whereas with a delay
Hmm.
or an increment, that's not a problem. It's a little different online though because, and I don't know how proficient our players are with chess.com because again a lot of them are newcomers, but you can pre-move online, which is one
Hmm.
nice thing to avoid losing on time, or at the very least, like it's quicker to move a finger and tap or drag a piece from one square to another than it is to physically move it and hit your clock in person.
Yes.
We will see. We'll see how players adapt. I know definitively Dashing Road Christine and Club Banca are not big fans of the clock. On our
Mm-hmm.
practices, we did two practices in the last week, two quick practice tournaments that were 3-2, and they
Mm.
both ran out of time a lot. So
Yes.
10-0 will be better for them, but I'm still
Much
going to keep
better.
an eye out for time trouble. But we got 4 minutes to go here before the tournament starts. Do you have any other thoughts on the contest, our players, Orlando Chess before we begin?
I'm just so proud of what we're doing, bringing more women and girls into the world of chess. I know I saw a statistic that before 2020, it was roughly like 95% men, 5% women. And
Oh,
then Queen's Gambit came out,
uh huh.
and then it became 90% men, 10% women.
Okay.
5% increase, that's better. But as a
Well,
woman to
that's
look at
doubling, right? From 5 to 10.
it
So
is
that's yeah,
it is
yeah,
doubling, yes.
yeah,
So definitely a major improvement. Thank you, Queen's Gambit. Fabulous TV show.
yeah.
But I mean, there's always whenever I see women and girls in chess, I get so excited because for so many years I thought that I could never find a place in a male-dominated game.
Mm.
And I actually didn't learn how to play until 2023 when I learned from my younger cousin, who also is a girl. And I kind of just threw myself in there. So I can't wait to see the growth of these women from this tournament, but also beyond in representing more women in chess.
That's fantastic and so well said. And I knew you're relatively new. I didn't know it was 2 years, but you've come a long way yourself in 2 years. So kudos to you for that. I know you've worked very hard and thrown yourself into it, which, as you said, in a male-dominated sport, cannot be
Mhm.
easy. So I appreciate you, the efforts of you and others like you. Our president Eliza Eggert is watching right now. Who
We
definitely.
love Eliza.
Oh, we very much love Eliza. So kudos to you, and we
Mhm.
appreciate all your efforts as we as a community continue to grow the game globally for everybody. And we certainly
Mhm.
here at the Orlando Regional Chess Alliance believe in that mission very strongly. You can see at the bottom right, that's our website, orcachess.com, if you want to learn more about. We have meetups in the Orlando area. Anywhere you are in the Central Florida area, there's probably a meeting close by you. So check out the website. You can also see tournaments upcoming, including the Orlando Open, which is a week from today. Today's Saturday? Yes, a week from today,
Mhm.
August 2nd at Trinity Preparatory School in Winter Park. And go sign up for that right now. Don't miss out. Go to chessregister.com to sign up for the Orlando Open of Chess. And it's our second annual year doing that. National Master Ryan Hamley will be there defending his crown. But we have 5 sections: two scholastic sections, two rated sections for adults, and even a non-rated section. So if you are not a member of the United States Chess Federation yet, you just want to dip your toe into tournament play, this is a great chance to do it because you can try out our non-rated section where no membership will be required, and then you can see how you like tournament chess. We're almost there. Let me switch back to my other input here. 37 seconds left to go. I only see 10 competitors. Nope, there's 11. So I don't know who's missing, but hopefully they're able to join soon. And I'm going to point out a couple of things. As I mentioned, we did a couple of practice tournaments in the last
Yes.
couple of days. So the winners of those, the first one was Ram Jewel, and maybe you can help me out because I know you have the dossier as well, our competitors, and remind me who Ram Jewel is. And then the second winner was, oh, it's BB that's missing. That's your
It's a
student,
BB.
and she's
Oh,
not she's not on here yet. So
let me text her real
maybe
quick.
text her real quick because we need our,
I was
yeah, we need her in there because she won our warm up tournament. But games have begun. Pairings are made. I Someone already has a win. That must be a forfeit win.
Oh, I
I'm not sure.
just texted BB.
Okay, so I'm not sure what happened there. Someone got a forfeit win. So let's see. I'm going to keep it. So that is Macdu Chess EC Violetta. So we'll just call her Violetta. Has I think got a forfeit win right off the bat. We'll see if those 2 points play a factor in the final standings. But let's
Oh
find a
wow.
game for now. Pick a number 1 through 4.
3.
3 it is. We're going to go to
Yes.
Semprin Machado versus Emlil. Could you help me out with the first names of these players?
Yes. So I do want to quickly address the first winner of our test tournament. Her
Mm-hmm.
name is Juliana, Ram
Mm-hmm.
Jewel 17.
Okay.
And then the second test tournament was BB,
Mm-hmm.
BB21202, and her name is Briali. Just wanted to shout them out real quick.
Thank you.
And then now we're gonna go to the shop
And
and
and reach out to her if you haven't already, because I still don't
I
see her in
I
there.
did.
Okay.
I
All right.
did. We were we I was pepping her up about 30 minutes before, so or an hour before. So
Oops.
she's excited and ready. I don't know, maybe there's just some like Wi-Fi issues, but she'll
Okay.
get back on.
All right, sounds good.
She's
Well,
got it.
the good news is this is a 2 hour event, so I mean if she missed a couple minutes,
Hmm.
it's not going to kill her. Oh, she sorry, we got so who have we got playing now? So can you see on the screen? I've got Semprin Machado with the white pieces, Emily with the black pieces. Can you fill me in on who we got?
Yes, so playing the black or I'll start with playing the white pieces.
Hmm.
We have got our beautiful girly pop. Her name is Veronica.
Oh, okay, got you.
Her Yes, she said that her favorite chess player is the Botez sisters,
Ah.
and gotta shout out the Botez sisters,
Hmm.
but also she shouts out Fernando, who, if you don't know, actually was one of the people to kind of build this project and creating a women's amateur chess tournament. So she shouted out Fernando as well.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Fernando made this happen. Absolutely.
Mhm.
He is such a big champion of inclusivity and just making sure everyone has the chance to play chess, and that he's so passionate about it. So we're so happy to have him in our community and in our leadership. So all right. Um, so here in this game, White already has a pretty nice position going. They were able to get their knight to f7 and fork the queen and the rook. The queen had to save itself. The rook is lost, and now we have bishop f7 check. The only thing I have to be careful with is these pieces are a little bit. They could be vulnerable. Like if they find a way to attack the knight in the corner, then the knight would have to move and the bishop could fall. So, but I mean, they're still way ahead. I might, if I were white, I might just play queen takes queen since you are up the rook, and then just try to get your other pieces out of there safely. They kick the
Oh.
queen, which the computer hates,
Oh man,
apparently.
yes.
Oh, maybe just queen. Well, yeah, queen takes
Oh, queen
g2.
takes queen and can't castle. Oh, but now
Yeah,
now
no,
the
the trade.
computer
Yeah,
likes
the
it.
trade's no good because you're down material, right? See, now, now you can just get your bishop and knight out of there, hopefully, and you're up a full rook. So I think they had to take advantage of the fact Black had to take advantage of the fact that the queen was out and attacking, and probably take queen takes b2 to threaten the rook. They didn't do that though. And now, so White is way up, but White needs to start, developing their own pieces or retreating the pieces that are there. I'd probably suggest maybe Bishop. Oh no,
Oh,
a fork is
no.
afoot.
Oof.
Knight f2 would fork the king and the rook.
Oh,
They
but
don't
she
see it.
doesn't see it.
They hit the knight, which is reasonable. I did talk about the value of that. Oh, I love that move.
Oh, that's a cute check. I
And,
like
yeah.
that check.
Long range check supporting the knight behind it. It has X-ray vision because it's supporting the knight that's behind the king. Yeah, D5. I'm sorry, E5 does make sense to block, but it's still a nice play. How do we save our knight, or do we? Do we bother? I mean, we could take on D5, and then after the king takes, and then we take on D6 with just discovered check. That might be a decent play. But we also still have our rook is hanging. That knight f2 check is still in play, so white needs to defend against that as well. So there's a lot of threats on both sides going on, basically. The
Oh,
saving
she
grace
does
for
move the rook.
yeah. So she saw the threat of the check, so that is excellent.
Hmm.
Black probably just takes the knight in the corner now, and then the bishop can just get out of dodge. The bishop can take on b6 to snag a pawn as they evacuate. They'd be hitting the knight in the center as well, so that's what I. Or they could just take
Oh,
d5. The
take
bishop
that
doesn't
pawn.
necessarily have to evacuate right now. I like taking d5 because you're threatening to take on d6 as well with discovered check with our beautifully placed bishop on b2. Um, so let me check the standings, see if any games have finished yet. These are longer games, so I wouldn't expect. Yeah, no other games have finished yet. We'll just stay with this for a bit. We're analyzing it. We're having fun with it. Who is this? We have another win. That's two in a row
Ooh.
already for
Oh wow,
Violetta.
Mac Violetta. Okay, let's check out Violetta real quick. Violetta is
Yeah, she has five. Well, she's not in a game right now, so I don't know who or how she won the second game. But she's up.
yes.
We'll keep an eye on that in the future, though. Here, I'll leave the
Mm-hmm.
standings up for now, so we can see if any other games finish. Um, all right, we're hitting the bishop, but again, if you're black at this point, you really can't trade. You're down so much material. I would love it if I were white if they took my bishop, because then I could recapture with rook takes c7 and have a rook on the seventh rank. And if you have a rook on the seventh rank in the middle game, you were doing very well because that rook can eat up a bunch of pawns and just kind of shut down the opponent's position in general. So let's see if there are any other games right now. I think I do want to move around because this is arena. There's a lot of games going on. So let's X out of this for the time being, and let's just see. Let's look at one of your students here. And I want to
We
keep.
look at let's look at A underscore
Oops.
butt
Yeah,
playing
I'm
against
sorry.
God Snappy.
Yeah. All right. So your student is underscore butt, and she's playing with uh the black pieces, and she just
The
dropped a
black
queen,
pieces
unfortunately.
is oh,
All right, so she's challenging that rook, but if that's gonna be a losing proposition because the bishop in the center can take it. That's such a well placed bishop. The bishop can take that rook, and even if knight takes, rook takes, and then you're gonna pick up two rooks actually. So unfortunately, that was not a great contest. They take with the rook first. I would have taken with the bishop first, but that's fine. Knight can
Knight
take on
takes,
b2, but
bishop
then
takes.
the bishop will take the knight, and then the black will be up a knight from that exchange. In addition to the queen, they're already up. So I'm sorry, and I misspoke. I'm sorry. That was white that dropped all that material. So your student's actually way up in this game.
She's up 14 pieces of material.
14 points of material. Yes.
14 points, excuse me. 14 points.
14 pieces would be a lot of pieces to be
It's a
up.
lot of pieces to be
Yeah.
up, yes.
So no. So your student is doing very, very well and is taking advantage of some of these mistakes. So kudos to you and your teaching. Snagging a pawn. I like it. And Sophie should be well on the way to a win there. So let's see what else is going on. I'm going to keep taking some trips around the board here. All right. Oh,
Walk
my wife and
around.
daughter are playing each other, so I got to see that.
Oh, let's see this.
All right.
Absolutely.
Dashing Road Christine is way up on the board. She is
Wow.
uh says 10, 11 points, so she is up. She's Black still has her queen. But let's see. A knight and two rooks apparently is White's lead at this point. Definitely a huge advantage for Christine. That's okay. I would say Christine's trying to decide what to do next. She's used a lot of her time already. She's definitely going to take a lot of her time and a lot of her moves. Trying to figure out how to finish off this position. One
Hmm.
thing, just from looking at the current position, Banca has made the mistake that we've talked about. Of I think she's focused more on pushing her pawns and focusing on the edges of the board, the flanks, as opposed to central development. Central development is so important, and you kind of see now. White has successfully kind of destroyed the two sides of Black's army, because when you divide your army, then the opponent just divides and conquers. So I think that's kind of what happened here. What went wrong for Banca? We'll see. Nepotism works, so we'll go ahead and let this maybe
Nepotism.
we'll let this game play out a little bit and see what happens. Any thoughts here?
My question for you is, are they playing in two different rooms, or
Yeah.
how did you plan this out for them?
Good question. Thank you for asking. So I'm in a separate room, obviously. And then, and
Hmm.
I actually need to close the door so they don't hear my commentary. My wife is Christine is in the living room playing by herself, and our Christine's mother is in town. So Banca is upstairs in her room, accompanied by her grandmother, hanging out with her if she needs anything. So that is
Mm,
kind of the setup we have. Is everyone in a separate room right now? And
that's nice.
yeah, I
Right
am gonna
now,
go ahead.
there's a very exciting mate in three that's about to potentially occur.
Ooh,
Let's
where is it?
see.
Where is it? Oh,
Let's see.
it's got to start with Queen B8, right?
Yes, Queen.
Ooh, it's a smothered. No.
This mother.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not smothered,
Yeah.
but it's not smothered.
Mm-mm.
But here, let me. I'll give our. Oh well, it's not there anymore. It's gonna be Queen B8,
That's okay.
and then the Queen comes back to interpose, and then Knight check on C7, and then the King would have had to move back, and then you can't take the Queen with checkmate. That's not there anymore though. All right, I'm gonna go close the door so they don't hear my commentary. One second, I'll be right back. Tori, take over.
Okay. This is exciting. If they can see this, there might be a mate in one. However, let's see if White can can see it. Right now, there is a but that's okay. White's still ahead. Didn't see the mate in one, but is prepping the rook
Ooh.
and the queen for an attack.
Okay. All right. Oh,
Okay.
Banka took the
Oh,
knight, but that knight was
the
protected.
protected by the rook,
Hmm.
but that's okay.
Yeah, we're
That's
learning.
okay.
We're learning. So yeah, uh,
I,
uh, yeah. The key of this position that why White had mate earlier is the king is stuck in the back row if you're black. So if White can get a rook or a queen down there for check, that's checkmate because there'd be nothing nowhere for the king to go. Black's hitting the queen, makes sense. Here I have
okay.
I have some of the
Go
fun
ahead.
facts here for Christine.
Okay.
So I'll read that one off. Her favorite foods are peaches, crab, and cookie dough. Peaches are in
Oh,
season, so this house is peach crazy right now. I just had one myself.
oh,
Are you
oh, I love that.
are you a produce fan?
A produce fan? Oh
Just fruits
yes,
and veggies in general.
I love fruits and vegetables. I could eat them all day. I
Okay.
actually have at Costco there were these cherries for sale, and so I have a massive container of cherries. And then I also love blueberries, so I have a Costco size thing of blueberries. And also, you mentioned one of her favorite things is cookie dough. And I may or may not be having a twisty treat twirl right next to me with cookie dough in it. So you kind of hit the spot with all my favorites as well.
Yes.
Christine, you have some fabulous taste.
Oh yeah, she has very good taste, and she has mate and two on the
Yes.
board right now. Again, if she can see it, if she goes queen. Oh, she backed up. She's worried about protecting your knight, but when you're up this much material and the king's that vulnerable, just go for it. Because she would have
Just go.
had queen c8 check, followed by rook takes d7 checkmate. And she has mate in three now. Probably maybe queen
You're
c5 check.
speaking. I was thinking Queen C5 check
Yeah.
to push up. Oh,
the bishop and the
or the
queen.
bishop.
The queen is stronger, but the bishop works, and it still says mate in three. Um, maybe bishop d6 and followed by queen c7, something like that, or
Bishop
um,
really.
or queen a quick kick the queen out to a4 to threaten mate on. Yeah, there you go. She saw it
Yeah.
because that threatens mate on d7. That wasn't the best move apparently from the keter. Oh, but that's
Oh,
mate.
there we go.
Does she see
D7,
it?
Queen D7.
Does she see it? Does she see it? She has a minute. Ooh, time's getting
She's
low. So if
she's
she
thinking for that minute. Okay. That's still fine. There's still an option.
Bonka could, if for some reason Christine can't find a way to finish this off, Bonka could still win this on time. That's a free bishop, but there's also a free king by playing queen takes d7 for checkmate. So, uh,
It's just a matter of you want the piece or do you want the checkmate? And
she's,
she wants the piece,
she
but
wants to
that's
be.
okay.
All right, but
She-
all right. She doesn't have. But so she could go push pawn, push that g pawn, to get the second queen here in a second, which will make checkmate pretty easy if not automatic. But she has less than a minute now. She has less than a minute, and again, there are no increments. If
No
she if she
increment.
does not check if she does not checkmate Banca, she is in danger of losing this game, which would be a tragedy considering how far ahead in material she is. Um,
Oh well, Banca is now covering if
yeah.
Christie wanted to do Rook B8 check,
Mm-hmm.
now that bishop protects it.
Yeah.
So let's see what that response would be. She's probably thinking about the clock right now.
Yeah.
As mentioned, the 10-0, it does get to you quickly.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Also, now she
33
wants to protect that.
seconds.
Hmm.
33 seconds again. She may be panicking at this point. She wants to push that G pawn to make a second queen. That might make things easier, or just put the other rook on the. Okay, she's taking the bishop, taking the other defender out of the way, but she's got to find a way to finish off this king. Now, if she's able to take the other three pawns, then at least she'd be sure to draw. Because if you lose on time, but the opponent has no material aside from their king, then it's a draw. It's not a loss. So that's something she could think about. But 20 seconds left. Oh my God, this is going to be epic. This will be talked about in our household for years if she cannot find a way to finish this off. Christine, just make a move. Just make any move. Start checking.
Just check. Just
There you
there you
go.
go. Beautiful. Just
Yeah,
another
now that
check.
works. That opens up the king. Just start checking. If you're checking, you're winning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Christine has to
Anka's
do
probably
something.
hoping the clock is this game. Okay.
Oh my god. She's gonna run out of time. She's gonna run out of time.
She's got it. Made in three. She wants to check with the queen and the knight. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
think she has to.
imagine
I
her
don't. I
thought
think she's gonna run out of time.
process.
Oh, queen down. Oh no, the rook's hanging. The rook's hanging. Oh, but queen down. No, that wouldn't be made either. After you take the rook, um, I think maybe bring the knight back, and then but she's gonna run out of time, and there's no pawn on the board, which
Oh.
means black has won
Oh, game
the
two. Oh boy.
game.
Monica's gonna be so excited. But poor Christine.
Oh,
That's the beauty of the
Christine.
game.
I'm so sorry, Christine, but congratulations to my daughter, Bonka. As long as there is any theoretical way that you can checkmate, if time runs out for your opponent, you win the game. Because if White just started blundering blunder after blunder after blunder here, Black could theoretically just walk this pawn down the board, make it a queen down here, and that would be checkmate. So, as
That would
crazy
be,
as it
oh my
sounds, that
gosh.
one pawn is what turns this from a draw into a win, and we will
Hmm.
move on. Oh my goodness, what a thrilling conclusion to that game. Let's see what the standings are. And that can't be the current standings. Let's come back to that. That can't be right.
Whoa.
So, yeah. Whoa, I see Whoa!
Am I seeing
13
4-4-4?
13 points for Violetta. Who's she been playing against? What's been going on? All 12 players are here, so there shouldn't be any more forfeits per se. But Violetta is dominating this tournament. Perfect 4 for 4, and again, that winning streak adds up. You get more points per consecutive game you win. So she's at a perfect 4 for 4, 13 points currently. So we are definitely going to stay with this game right now.
Oh wow, but the streak might be over soon because Lee 1 is having a comeback. Um, White has no pieces,
Wait,
and
which
now
game?
Black just
Which game are you
oh
on?
my bad. I'm not seeing Violetta. I'm watching a different game.
Okay.
I'm looking at Leo versus the S Manchado.
Okay, well, let's go to that
Who
game because Violetta may indeed lose this game. So I'll go to where
mhm.
you are. All right.
It's an endgame battle
Ooh,
with
all
two
right.
knights, a pawn, and a
Ooh.
queen. Let's see how this goes. She's doing the thing.
Now in this one, because White has no material, Black cannot do any worse than draw in this game, even if they run out of time. And that's a stalemate. You have to be
Stalemate.
careful of
Oh,
stalemate in a position like this. Stalemate is when it's your turn, but you have no legal moves, but you're also not in check. That is a stalemate. That is a draw. And unfortunately, Black turned that winning position into a drawn game and only gets 1 point instead of the two. So that's going to be unfortunate for them. But we'll go back to the standings here. And I think we do have to check back in on Violetta here. Violetta is
mhm.
playing with the black pieces. Oh,
Against A
they already
underscore
did
but.
they already lose their no Violetta won? Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Violetta lost her queen.
Violetta was well, this is the game I have up on the screen. Let me make sure this Violetta was losing a second ago, but then
Mhm.
just got a surprise checkmate on H2 to win that game. So would that make that 5 in a row?
Am I seeing a different game? Let's see.
Oh.
Let me refresh real quick. I'm seeing a game of Violetta versus A underscore but.
Okay, so let me go to that. Okay. Okay, so I see that live game. So maybe I did get confused. I don't know. But okay. So you're right. I apologize. So that must have been an old game that I was seeing somehow. So A underscore butt with the white pieces has mate in 4. What?
Wow.
Yeah, because knight takes f6 check, taking the knight out of 6. Probably, yeah, pawn would have to take that, but then the king's wide open. You could follow up with bishop takes h6, taking that pawn, queen takes f6, taking that pawn, threatening mate on g7. Yeah, black's in really bad shape here. Their queen side is not developed at all. Oh, and they've dropped their queen. So Violetta, that winning streak I think is about to end. As long as your student can finish this off. Do you think she can finish it off?
Perhaps.
Do you think she is she
I
good at
believe
mating
in her.
nets? Okay.
I told her to focus on mate in 1, 2, and 3 when she plays her puzzles, and
Okay.
I know she does her homework, so I really do believe in her.
Okay, she needs to understand now that the Black King is so vulnerable that the one of the best things you can do. That's not bad. Again, I would have just taken the
Mhm.
knight. One of the best things you can do is if you can force them to move the pawn in front of their king to capture something on an adjacent file, then that would leave the king wide open. Oh, I see why she did that. She pushed. I'm sorry. She pushed the pawn to try to kick the knight of f6. If the knight of f6 moves, then she has mate on h7. That's actually a very clever move.
That's
Uh,
really
it's
smart.
a
Yes.
very clever move. It may not have been like the computer best move, but a very clever move. And a lot of players now she can just take the knight for free, and then she'll have mate following. Yeah, it's mate in two.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that wasn't the mate in two, but still, you can't stop this. Yep, checkmate on the move. Queen
And there
h7,
it is.
and the winning streak is going to end, and your student is going to propel herself into
There she
second place.
goes.
Congratulations there. Let's see how that affects the
Beautiful.
standings. I'm going to close that out.
Check this.
Standings haven't updated yet. We'll come back to that. Let's see another game. Let's see how my daughter's doing against a different player. Once again, she's playing from the outside in. Unfortunately, she's lost a lot of her kingside pieces due to that perhaps discrepancy in development there. I see some comments. Let's see. Radio Glue says, "Good luck, everyone." And good luck to our participants from Fernando. So thank you everyone for participating in the chat. Keep watching, keep enjoying this. We got 10 people watching this live, and we'll put this on again on YouTube later. So thank you for everyone for joining us this evening. Excuse me. All right. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, everyone. All right. Let's see here. It looks like Black has mate in six. How would you finish off this attack, Tori? No, mate in four.
And for if I were black, well, I wouldn't take the pawn. I would probably start with a check with the bishop.
So are we? So we're
No.
looking at Club Banca versus Play P. What game are you on?
Oh, wait. Let me click on that again. Let me refresh real quick. My bad. Okay. Oh, I see now.
All right.
Okay.
So I might look at Queen F6 and then threatening mate on F2.
Queen F6. Okay. Oh, I
Um,
see. Yeah.
yeah.
You want to you prep that queen.
Uh,
Um,
I actually like this move too because now you can bring in the queen all the way down to H5 and threaten a back row mate that way. Again.
they could just promote, yes. If they just keep pushing.
Mhm. Oh, but would that be? Would that be mate? Yeah, I think if you just
That,
if you go pawn takes pawn on F2, and then once the king moves over, you move bishop to h6 for h3 for checkmate. I think, but Play didn't see it. But I'm going to assume. Let's move on from this game because I'm going to assume that Play is going to find a finisher at some point. Let's see what else is going on out there. Standings again, and we have several players at 2 points now. Okay, now it's updated. So A Butt is in second place now with 5 points, starting to make the comeback.
mhm.
Again, Violetta's winning streak is ended, so the next win would only be 2 points, whereas A Butt's winning streak, her next win would be 4 points. So if A Butt
Ooh.
can put a couple more wins together, she's right back in it. Alieska, Teanavi, Club Banca, Ram Jewel, all at 2 points apiece. So that is our current standings, and I just clicked on the game. So let's no, it's too early in this game to watch this game. But let's see what else is going on. Games. Who should I follow now? Have I followed both of your students yet?
I don't see Baby at the moment. She was in for a second and she popped back out. So I'll see if she comes back in later.
Okay.
But let's go see somebody else. Let's see Aleski and Godsnappy.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Take
too.
a look
Let's
at
see what
them.
they're doing because I don't think we've talked to them yet. And all right.
No. It's a very even game so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
Black
both
is.
ha
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
mm, they both have roughly 4 minutes on the clock, so there's a lot of time of play.
Hmm.
So in the middle game. Let's see. They just White just developed their knight, so let's see how they throw it into the game.
I mean, I certainly like Queen takes B2. It is Black's move. I certainly like Queen takes B2, forcing the king out of safety, moving. And yeah, they heard me.
Mhm.
Now they got King's got to go to D2. Only move. If you only have one legal move, you might as well just play it. No reason to think about it. And now, but now the reason the computer doesn't still has this even is that I'm not sure what the follow up is. But yeah, might as well snag a free pawn. Um, the I, but maybe at this point, Black tries to just develop their bishop and get the rook in the back rank to the c file. Ooh,
Oh,
computer
wanted
does not
to
like that.
does not like that at all.
Oh,
Oh, and computer didn't like that back
I
either.
would have taken with the bishop instead to develop it. Oh, yeah, back and forth, but yeah, that was not a good exchange for white because white lost material, and now that rook is staring down the queen, and this is bad news bears for the white pieces right now. That queen's gonna have to run away, and that king's gonna be so exposed in the center very shortly. Um,
With that rook right behind it too. And now the queen.
yeah.
Now, what I would do is I'd prep my rook, rook d6, and then move that knight out of the way to pin the rook to the queen to the king.
That, yeah, I like that. I like that. Rook d6, and then what was your follow up?
And then move that knight out of the way. Well, let's see what I would do to that. I'd have to protect it. Oh, and they moved the other knight. Or
Yeah,
excuse me, they moved the rook in a different
yeah.
square. But
I'm okay with that because either way
mhm.
we need to get our other pieces in. We got the bishop and the rook sitting back there, and they need to get involved in this game too. Maybe bishop g4 to pin. No, that wouldn't pin the knight to the king. Um,
What if they just
yeah, no, I
oh,
like
I
that
see.
too. I like
Yeah.
that too. Just getting it activated, and now we can put our rook on
Hmm.
either c8 or d8. Um, I keep wanting to play queen a5 to check on that diagonal, but I don't know if it does anything. But I think maybe rook c8, get both the rooks bearing down on the c2 pawn, and then maybe following up with knight to b4, getting four attackers on that c2 pawn. I think that would probably be too much for white to bear. So that's kind of my current thought in this position. Check the standings while this is going on. And Semprún has moved up to 3 points. She has 1.5 out of 2. It's the only real movement so far. Uh, I like that move. I like rook c3. Again, kicking the queen and shooing it away. The queen has got to stay on the diagonal, protecting the c2 pawn. Otherwise, this whole thing falls apart. Um, so I guess rook. I'm sorry. I guess queen e4 is forced. I think anything else just loses pretty quickly. Um,
Oh, yes.
yeah, because if the
Mhm.
queen goes anywhere else, they either lose the queen or they drop the c2 square, which they cannot afford to do. That is going to drop that
Okay.
c2 square, which I think is
Ooh.
pretty bad. So is it? Oh no, I'm sorry. The knight still defends it, but um, I apologize. So maybe knight b4 to hit it again. Or no, no, the rook is gonna fall. We need to bring our other rook in. Let's get our other rook in this. Uh, rook a to c8, and then you can just sack a rook on c2, even if the knight takes it. Ooh,
Oh,
computer hates
oh,
that move. Computer
no.
hates that move because the
And
bishop's hanging. The bishop's hanging,
oh,
and
with
white
check.
saw it. And not only that, now the knight's hanging. That's a fork. That was two pieces hanging at
That's
the
a
same time. That puts white
good
right back
job.
in this game. That puts white
Hmm.
right back in this game. And now both players getting all in time. This could come down to a blitzing contest here. White, you only have one legal move. You might as well make it. The only legal move is king in the corner. There you go. And so their king's gonna be vulnerable. They're about to drop the knight. I think picking up the knight is the order of the day here. But then they can start thinking about threatening backward checkmates against black. So the pendulum has swung here.
They're definitely thinking if they could take that knight, which they can.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think you pick up the knight first, um, and then it's just your king's still so vulnerable is the problem.
You could
Um,
still check with the rook. Yeah, there you go. Now will blast check with the rook, or
check,
let's see,
check,
blast
check. Where can they check without dropping the rook?
rook d3.
Pawn takes.
Oh my gosh, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm seeing it from the reverse.
Oh, okay. I flipped the. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Oh
Oh,
no, back in the game again.
yeah,
Dropping it.
yeah. And unfortunately for Gods, Nabi, That square was doubly protected by white, which means white can just simply play rook takes rook, and the queen cannot recapture. Oh
Oh,
no!
oh my
Oh, it's
gosh!
made. It's made on the move. It's made on the move for
It's
black, and they missed it.
oh no!
Oh, now it's made on the move for white.
No!
Oh, okay. All you can do now is interpose. It's mate in two because whether you interpose with the queen or the rook on, yeah. Now rook takes rook, then queen takes rook, and then queen takes queen is checkmate. Yep,
Oh, what a beautiful back rank mate.
yep, and that's
Oh,
it. One move left for black, and that's ball game. That is
and that's the
checkmate.
end.
All right.
Wow.
Good finish
What
for
a game.
Alieska. That was. They both had mate in one rarely late in the game.
So
And
late.
Alieska is the one that held on. So let's X out of that game. A Butt has won another game and is now on a 3 game win streak. Let's see where she is now. She's probably in the beginning of this game, but I at least want to check in on that progress and see if she is. Okay, that was the finish of the previous game. So she just started a new game. So we'll come back to her later, but we definitely got to keep up with those standings. Let's see where our leader is then. Um, and that would be
Violetta.
Violetta. So let's see where in the game they are. Now, Ramjul, we haven't talked much about yet. Ramjul is mate in two here, so this could be the second loss
Mm.
in a row for our leader, Violetta. But again, it's early. It's only 7:30. We have an hour and a half left in this, so we could see a lot of swings definitely. And it said that was suboptimal. Yeah, probably the mate in two would have been. Uh, um, Before, while the rook was still back, if they'd played queen g3 followed by queen h3, I think that would have been checkmate. But now the king can probably walk out and make back to the center of the board.
He's gonna dance around.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're gonna run away, but black is still obviously way ahead here. Check with the rook. King has to go to e. No, no, I'm sorry. You can take the bishop. They don't take the bishop.
no.
Um, Maybe just rook g2, threatening the discovered check. They move the bishop now. But that bishop can be taken. But if rook takes bishop, then queen down check. You can get your material back that way because you're forking the rook and the king, and your other rook will help out with that. Um, so you can't. Yeah, I think you just need to keep running away. If you're white, I think you just need to play rook, king to d1, followed. Oh, that didn't work. So,
Ooh.
but I don't know if black's gonna see it. No, they didn't see it.
Mm-mm.
Although they can still, after rook takes rook, you can still play queen h2 check. Yeah, there you go. Nice
There you
job.
go. Good job.
That forks the king and the rook. You can't save both. All right, now queen takes rook, check. King's got to go back up, or you can block with the bishop. All right, now get your other pieces out. The queen's done all it can by itself at this point. So develop your knight and get your other rook out. That's how you're going to finish this game. But a lot of beginners, they're going to get tunnel vision at this point, and they're going to think, well, how am I most powerful piece on the board, and I can keep checking. And yes, you can
Hmm.
check all day from this position, but you can't create a mating that's going to finish off your opponent without your other pieces. You have a whole army, not just one piece. So I really need to. There you go. Develop the knight. Very good.
Beautiful.
And now we need to follow that with rook e8. Okay. You can still play rook e8 because the bishop would be pinned and you'd be threatening checkmate.
Let's see if Angel sees it. I believe in her. Yeah, and
Hey,
she
there you go.
does.
All right, now mate is threatened. I think you have to give up the bishop and move king d1. I think anything else is checkmate or checkmate very fast. So I think king d1 is pretty much forced here. If the king moves to the right, then it'll be a very quick checkmate. Yeah.
Now, but the king can still run.
The king can run, but
Run
then
to
we'll have rook takes bishop.
c2.
All right, now rook takes bishop, and then we hammer on the d pawn. Yeah, and there's nothing left for for white to even like try to come up with a trick with. Like there's no back row
Mm-mm.
mate because you don't have a king or a queen. Like there's no forks that can be had. Like it's just does black have the technique to finish it off? I would say queen e1 to threaten queen takes
And she
d2.
sees it.
Yeah, the d2 pawn is gonna fall, and now we have mate in three. I'd have taken with the queen first. I'd have let the queen lead, so the queen could follow up, but that's fine. Still mate in three. King has to move to b3. Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It still says mate in three. Maybe you needed to be on D1 instead of B1. And
And then Queen D D3. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was
Or
thinking that
that
too, but
also works.
yeah, this does work. Now what? The king comes out again.
That's C5. King C5 goes up.
Yeah, we're
And then
okay. Well,
and
that's
then
mate.
Queen, oh, didn't see it. That's okay.
Yeah,
You
but
can still see it.
if you gobble up too much material, you got it. Just like in that other game, you got to be careful of stalemate here. So,
Mhm.
I always when I can, I always try to like to leave a pawn for my opponent. That way, if I mess up and effectively still mate the king, they still have a legal move with their pawn. So we got to be careful here. Like for example, neither pawn can move right now. Because the b pawn is pinned to the king, so the king has to move. So you got to be very careful of stalemate here. So king's got to go either to the left or the right. And white also has 25 seconds left. So we'll stay to the end of the game and see what happens to our leader right now. But our leader moves out into the open board. Makes sense. Black picks up another pawn. And conversely,
Oh,
from what I said earlier, the other thing you can do is try to clear the board so much that it's just you and a queen and a rook, and you can just check the king all the way down to the edge of the board. So now, but the king's got to go up here. So yeah, you can just do a couple more
the
checks, but
king
that's
could
time.
run,
Oh,
but it's
all right.
time soon.
Yeah,
As long as they continue checking,
yeah,
they will be fine.
yeah. Rook c4. No, that's fine.
There we
Doesn't matter.
go.
All right. So another loss for our leader. So let's see what that does for the standings. They're not updated yet. We'll come back to that in just a sec. Oh no, maybe they are updated. Let me see.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
refresh
assume
my
this is
page.
current. So Violetta still has 13 points. A Butt has 9 points. Tay and Avi
Mhm.
has 5 points.
There's still a
And
lot at play, though. There's still a lot left in the game.
oh yeah, let's see. All right, your student. Oh wait, where did it go? Yeah, your student is taking on one of my students. So let's look at that.
Ooh, okay.
We've
Yes.
got Dashing Rogue Christine with the white pieces, and she just blundered. It's just as I was
Oh
talking.
no!
What did she blunder? It didn't like that. It made that like a 5 point swing. Why did it not like that?
I was to pick up the
Because
bit truck.
well, yeah, but
Oh
what
no, wait.
happens? Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
follow-up?
there's a knight hanging on V5, or on G5
Yeah,
rather.
on G.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Oh gosh.
yeah.
Okay, and she
So
does take it.
yeah. So all right, but can she fork? Can she play C3 to fork the bishop and the knight? Oh no, because knight takes knight check, and
Mm-mm.
then you get out escape with your bishop. So that doesn't work. So yeah, black has won a minor piece, but they also have control. I'd say over slightly more of the board. She does see the check. Does black now see that they can get out of this tactic by playing knight takes knight? That's the question. And again, Christine way down on time. The clock is not her friend. The 17th piece, the chess clock as they call it, it can either be your friend or your enemy. And for Christine, it is often her enemy, sadly. But again, we will see if Sophie sees knight takes knight because that's the only way to avoid this tactic at this point. Is play knight takes knight, queen takes knight, and then she saw
And
it.
she does see it.
And now she
Yes.
can safely evacuate her bishop on the next move to maintain the piece. So but at that point, bishop retreats, and I would play bishop takes g5 for white. And try to get some sort of attack going on the king side. Since your g file is open, I'd say play king h1 and then rook g1 to try to get some sort of attack going on the black king. Um,
She retreats the bishop.
she retreats the bishop. Yeah, so I would play bishop takes g5 now. At least get some compensation. Although your own pawn on e5 d5 is hanging because they got the knight and the queen on it, and you only have a bishop attacking it. So maybe you play c4 first to defend it. But I'd almost rather that just go on the attack at this point. Actually, because yeah, I don't know if they can get away with taking that. Because if you play bishop takes five, black captures the pawn, knight takes e5. Then you can play rook, knight d5. You can play rook d1 to pin the knight to the queen, but that didn't happen. We've
Mm-mm.
contested now. I wouldn't have done that for a couple of reasons, but the main one is if you're down if you're down a material, you don't want to encourage trades. If you're down and you trade, and you just trade all the way down to nothing, then your opponent has material and you don't. So trades are generally bad if you're behind. So I wouldn't have offered that. Black did not take her up on the offer though and just retreated. So there's still a chance to play Bishop G5 here and snagging the free pawn, and that's definitely what I would recommend to try to get some sort of attack going. But with 2 minutes left on the clock, I'm very concerned about Christine here. She does not have any points yet, and I did inform her that if she leaves this arena with 0 points, she is out of the family. So
Oh no.
high stakes here this
Nice.
evening at the Women's Amateur Chess Cup. No one would have thought that, but that is the
No.
case. Ooh, and
But
that's a
she
very good
counterattacked with the
move.
Oh, really nice. Yes.
That's a very
A
nice move.
skewer.
Yeah, it is a skewer. I mean, you do
Mhm.
have either f3 or bishop f3 to blunt it,
Nice.
but
Okay.
then the other bishop can come in and take on e3 and check the king. So yeah, so now they can play bishop e3, bishop takes e3 check, queen takes. Okay, just do that
And
first. I guess
retreats
you don't
back.
have. I don't
Okay.
have. You don't have to, but now we can't play bishop takes g5 because it's pinned to our king. So because that bishop can't leave that diagonal because that would put us in check. So we can't take that pawn anymore that I've been begging to grab
Mhm.
here. So I think we're having a tough time here for white. I'm gonna check out on the standings again. I've gone to the wrong window. Let's see what we got here. We have 13 for Violetta still. We have so A Bud has mainly
Mhm.
played slower games, so this is only her fourth game,
Mhm.
but this would put her if she finishes this off, which I like her chances to, will put her in a tie for the lead. And Violetta's been on a losing streak, so A Bud, your student Sophie has a chance to take the lead going into the second hour of the tournament. Are you proud of her right now?
I'm very proud of her. Yes.
Yeah,
Extremely.
yeah, this is incredible, especially because you only have one student in this tournament. I still don't know what happened to your other student.
I don't know either. We were just on the phone. I will mention we had a little heart to heart about how busy we were for the past week because we are both focusing on finals.
Oh,
So
okay.
she was like, my head has been in finals mode and not in chess mode, and I was like, well, girl, now it's chess mode time. And so I hope she gets to come play for at least a little bit. She mentioned how she was ready to compete, but maybe she needed to do a little bit of prep for her final before coming back in.
Okay. Well,
So we'll see her soon.
yeah. Either way, we'll have her back. I mean, she had such a
Hmm.
great performance the other day. Like I said, she conquered
Hmm.
our warm up tournament and had some really great games in that. So hopefully we'll see her again soon. She's cleaning up now on the queen side. And how much material are you up? It says 5 points of material, so she's up a knight and two pawns. And Christine down to 30 seconds. So I think this game's going to end. I'm going to, for the sake of moving on, I'm going to go move us on because I do
Hmm.
not see White winning this game. And let's
Hmm.
see. Let's see who else we should look at. Violetta's not in the game. Let's move down. Let's.
You want to see Blanca?
I kind of do. Yeah.
Flip Blanca. Let's go see Flip
All
Blanca.
right. She's behind as well. Unfortunately, my students. That's mate in one. Queen B5 would be mate. There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right, um, let's look at Ramjul and Teanavi. Oh, this is interesting. We have mate in six for white, is what it says.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I mean it's mate in one if black doesn't do something right now, because mate is being threatened on f7. Queen f7, if it were white's move, would be checkmate. So black has to, I guess, queen uh, queen e7 to stop it, but that's not good either because then the bishop's going to play out
Hmm.
to g5 and pin to the queen to the king, and it's all sorts of bad. So Taya not in good shape. Taya has 5 points. Ramjul has four. Both of them want to move up the standings. Could really use a win right now as we move into the middle game of this tournament, if you will. Um, Taya needs to find some sort of defensive resource here.
Probably thinking about that queen defending, but then they can. Oh, it's
Okay.
mate in one now.
Uh, where is it? What am I missing?
Oh, no, there's no more mate, but that's okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what the
Um,
mate was, but we'll come back to that.
Other than the mate, just a rook each or queen each.
Oh,
Ugh.
it was the
Queen
knight.
takes rook.
No,
Oh, it was
no,
the
no.
knight.
It would have been the knight. But a move ago it would have been the knight
Yeah.
because it was how to cover the d7 square, which the knight would have done it. But it's a move too late now because now
Um,
the king can
mm-mm,
escape to. I mean, obviously white's
mm.
still way ahead, but a move earlier would have been checkmate. So rook takes knight, I would think, and then you're dominating the seventh rank. Or you could play knight d5, and then you've got one, two, three, four pieces attacking that knight and pinning it to the queen. I think either of those would be pretty good. But the most straightforward one is just rook takes knight. I'm not sure I get that move though.
Mm, dropping the knight. Okay.
Well, okay, no, I get the point of it. The point was to unleash the power of the bishop over the knight, but there was a better square for it. But now you can play rook takes knight or bishop takes knight on d7. Bishop is the choice. Queen probably moves up. Yeah, I would think you'd have to move up. Queen d7, and then maybe knight f6 to hit the queen, something like that. Oh no, I'm sorry. After the queen moves up, then you can play queen takes rook. All right, tell us about one of
Great
these
move.
players, Tori.
Okay, let's take a look at our beautiful woman. Let's see. Taya Navi. Her name is Yasmin. And her coach is Adriana. Her favorite food is tacos de pastor. And her favorite chess opening is the fried liver attack. We love an aggressive queen.
Oh man, it it doesn't get more aggressive than that. The fried liver, if you're not familiar, is a variation of the Italian game, the two knights defense, and you actually sacrifice a piece on, I want to say, move 5. You sacrifice your knight on f7. Black's king ends up in the center of the board, and it is just chaos from there. It's a fun one for blitz games. I think best play black should usually be able to survive, but it is very very difficult to survive because black's king ends up in the center of the board very quickly, and just have to hold on to that material for dear life and not get checkmated. So that's a fun choice.
Fried Liver Attack is a beautiful game. I remember playing it way too much in Blitz, especially in Blitz when I first started. And now I can't play it as much because everybody knows how to play against the Fried Liver, or they learn about the Traxler. But it's an exciting game whenever you get to try it. And oh, right now there is a mate in eight. Let's see, they could pick up the white can pick up that pawn. And then, oh, or you could take it with the knight. That's okay. Oh, but they're still mate in seven. They're still okay with the rook.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying to
looking for the
find the
finish.
finish line in this.
I would try to get the rook on the seventh rank so we can gang up on the c7 pawn.
A pawn push.
White wants to promote, but that pawn's not passed, so it's going to get taken. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure, I'm not sure what the reasoning was there. Ram Jewel's
I'd
possibly
move
running out of ideas.
I'd move that bishop to get the second rook into the game,
I
but I think
agree.
I agree with you. She just wants to promote at this point. Okay,
Yeah,
check.
that is
Have
the
him in
problem you see with
block.
beginners sometimes is they'll have a huge advantage so you don't know what to do with it, so they're like, well, I'll try to make another queen, which is fine, but
Mhm.
you do want to when you can, you want to find ways to make it work with the pieces that you have, because you
Oh.
want to get the because you won't always have other pawns to promote, you won't always have the time to promote a pawn, you want to learn how to get those mating nets with the resources you have. It's just good practice. Queen trade is offered, which would definitely be beautiful for white if they can make the queen trade happen, because then black would have nothing but pawns left.
Let's see what Taya Navi's thinking. She's got a minute and a half on the board. She's probably thinking it's a bad trade and she shouldn't take.
I
Okay, good job. But there's
yeah.
still, let's see, with five more than almost oop, with almost 6 minutes left, 5 minutes on the clock. I feel like I have a belief in Ram Jules that she'll cinch it,
I
but
think
who
so.
knows? With
I would agree. I think we can move on from this game actually. So let's see what's going on with our leaders. Let's see what the standings are. So we currently have,
wow,
yeah, A Butt has
a
taken the lead because she's perfect 4 for 4, whereas Violetta's only 4 out of 6. And again,
mhm.
she's still, you see the flame 4. That means she has 4 games in a row, which means again all her wins from this point out until she loses or draws will be 4 more points. So your student is in the driver's seat.
She knows where she said she likes play solid and aggressive, and I believe it. She's
Oh,
just doing
and
great.
she's taking on Club Banca at this time.
Oh
Which
man.
means, again, no offense to my daughter, but my daughter only has 2 points, whereas A Butt has 13. So you got to like Sophie's chances to get her fifth win in a row now and increase her score to 17 points and perhaps begin
Insane.
thinking about running away with this tournament. We had in our warm up tournaments, they all came down to literally the last minute. But Sophie is now threatening to do something that would just be really incredible, which is just kind of smack down everyone here. Let's see here. We went away from that game. Yeah, we'll stay with this game for a minute because I think she could probably finish it off pretty fast. I would strongly consider. I wouldn't if I were black, Queen H3 to walk into that exposed kingside, followed up by Queen H1 checkmate is what I would be eyeballing right now.
I agree. Let's see what's being planned.
She takes
Okay,
a free
so
piece,
that
which is also certainly a
takes the
reasonable
free
thing to
piece.
do.
Hmm.
If someone gives you a free piece, grabbing it is not a bad instinct. But again, I want to get to that king. Uh, White's
Touching that
kicking
rook,
kicking the rook, but I just bring it down to A1 to pin the bishop to the queen, and she
and she
absolutely
does.
does.
She
She goes
sees
right
it.
for it. Yeah, so I think great play. So now
Hmm.
the bishop is stuck. The king and queen are stuck in the center. I would still think about transitioning the queen back to C5 and then to H3 and just trying to checkmate that way. So you go queen right now. You go queen e5 followed by queen h2, threatening a back row checkmate. She could also play knight b4 followed by knight a2 to gang up on that bishop. Um, so a couple of options there, and she brings the knight in, but not to the square as suggested.
Hmm.
Um, but she could consider bringing the queen on the c file and then threatening to play knight takes c2 check. All right, that's either a free pawn or again, we don't really need the pawn. We could just take it right now, or we could play queen c4 and again gang up on that c2 pawn. So I think she can finish this off quickly. Let's stay with this for a moment, and then we'll go back to Violetta and see if she can get a win streak going again. All right,
Let's get a glimpse of who A Butt is,
yeah,
who's now taking the lead. Let's see.
yeah, we need to
Well,
know
A
about our
Butt,
leader.
her name is Sophie, and funny enough, she doesn't have a favorite chess opening or a favorite chess player, but the best thing she's learned are checkmates. And that's so relevant to the game we're watching right now
Hmm.
as she's trying to cinch it. Um, she loves checkmates. I love that about her. And she's been playing on and off for around a year. And her favorite TV show or movie is Moneyball, in
I
which if
love
you,
that choice.
yeah, it's a great choice. For those who don't know about Moneyball, it's essentially a sports movie where they use math to calculate the best player choices for baseball and strategize using math, which is so cool.
Hmm.
We love math. We love statistics. We love a smart woman.
And
And
I
there
love a
she
player with
goes.
17 points.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. There we go. She won my checkmate. Yay.
Yep, she saw that back row that I was calling for. So good, right? Yeah, yeah. I love that choice because, like I said, the cool thing about Moneyball is it's
Mhm.
about maximizing the best game theory you can with limited
Mhm.
resources. And chess is like
Mhm.
that all the time. Like if you're losing, or if you're in a time deficit or a knowledge deficit, maybe you're in an opening that you don't know as well as your opponent. It's all right. What can I do with the resources I have? How can I make, or if you're down on material, how can I make this work with what little I have left? I think having that attitude can get you so far in chess and in a lot of things.
Mhm.
So I love that choice. Definitely agree. Let's go to Violetta,
Awesome.
who's playing Gods Nabi. Who's Gods Nabi? Tell me about her. I don't think we've heard about her yet, but I love that name.
Let's hear about God's Nabu. Let's find her information. Excuse me.
While you're finding that, I'll say Gods Nabi has mate in one. It's mate on h7 if they find it, which would be the third straight loss for Violetta. That is a loss for Violetta. So
Oh
unfortunately,
man.
that strong start, she's just not able to capitalize on it. And she's still in second place overall, but that is going to give some much needed points to Ghaznabi. Again, we're about to hit our second hour of this tournament. And we see the standings change now. Ghaznabi pulls into the top half of the standings. Good for her. Two game winning streak as well. So she's going to start on that points multiplier if she can. I see Semprun has 3.5 out of 4. So let's see where she is. She is behind in this game against Ramjewel. The winner of our first warm up tournament was Ramjewel. So let's see what's going on here. Black has what looks like a nice attack, but White's is better according to the computer because right now you could probably just play Bishop. No, I would no Queen. Well, yeah, I think probably Queen is safer. Queen takes Knight. Here, let me flip the board. Actually, I work better when there you go. But Queen takes Knight in the center. Queen takes Queen. Bishop takes Queen. And then you're up at that point. You're up a minor piece at that point if you do that. Is there a better exchange than that? If no, this is probably better. Bishop takes Knight. Then the Queen has to move away, and then you can also pick up the Bishop on c2. Is probably the better play here. Something like
I
that.
know we mentioned
Go ahead,
God's Nabu. I do want to speak about her really quickly because I
please,
finally found her
please.
responses, but I want to highlight her name is Valerie. And her favorite chess opening is the London system. We love a good D4 opening. Her
Well,
favorite
some
chess
people do.
player.
Go on.
I hear that maybe you don't like it, Nick, do you?
I've been wrestling for 25 years for how to respond to that. I think I may have figured something out in the last week, so that's how long it's taken me.
The last week, oh
Yeah.
no. Well, she has been playing chess since she was around 9 with her grandpa, but she
Oh,
just got back into it, which
okay.
is very sweet, and I
Yeah.
love to hear that. But her favorite thing she's learned about chess is to laugh and to have fun during the game. It doesn't have to be that serious. And I really love that mindset because a lot of this game is very psychological. It's very much a mind game. And that's currently how I'm feeling about our current or previous leader, who's now in second. It
Hmm.
is definitely probably a mind game for her for Violetta
Yeah.
because it, it's it's tough, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta stick through it and get out on the other side feeling more positive. And I hope that you'll have a cute little comeback. Who knows? We have an hour
Absolutely.
left.
Yeah, yeah, we have a whole hour left. Like you can put together a
Hmm.
whole new winning streak in this format, and start getting those points again. So she is very much still in it.
Hmm.
Ramjul played a nice combination, blocked the rook on c8 with her bishop, and then brought her rook to e1 to pin the queen to the king. The knight's interposed, but you
Hmm.
can just ooh, can you? Yeah, you should be able to just take it. Rook takes knight, queen takes rook, bishop takes rook takes queen, king takes rook, and then you're up a rook and a bishop at that point. So,
Oh,
ooh, computer didn't like that though,
didn't like that at
because
all.
you're not protecting that bishop anymore. Rook takes bishop check is bad. So unfortunately, that threw away the advantage. Is black gonna see it?
She doesn't, but that's okay.
She
But she does.
doesn't.
But she's lining up the. Oh,
I
does she?
thought about that earlier, and I guess the computer is still okay with it. But now your
Mhm.
king is better protected, and rook takes knight is a huge threat right now. Um, and there's really no move that stops rook takes knight. Um, I don't know if black is no black can't castle because you'd be castling into checks. So it can't do that.
Mm-mm.
So so rook takes knight now would be pretty good. Or you can play bishop takes because then you're hitting the queen and you have a discover check after that. Discover check is when you unleash a piece behind the piece you're moving. So and she's listened to me on
Oh,
that.
she sees it.
Queen's got to move, and now when you move the bishop again, the rook behind the bishop will be checking the king, which means the bishop would basically get a free move to attack something else for free. And now you can pick up the queen right now,
Oh,
and it's even mate in three, which is even better. But you play bishop f6. That works okay too. I would have played bishop
okay.
f6 because then you'd be hitting the queen. And you could pick up the queen for free on the next move. But this is still hugely good for white. Um, uh, we have check. King's got to move. Yep. Oh, mate in one.
Oh, now mate in one.
Where's that? Wasn't it? What was
Oh,
it?
that wasn't the mate. The mate would have been.
I'm not sure, but we'll see later.
Yeah.
But either way, White's got a huge attack. Uh, King's got to come out to b6. Probably just take the rook, and then you're threatening b7. So queen takes the rook, and then queen followed by queen takes b7. Black has. Oh no. I'm sorry. The rook falls here, but that's okay. Trades are good. Mate, you do have to be careful of not falling into like a perpetual check. But I mean, you have
Mm.
so much material here. If you're white, you should be fine. Um, yeah, I mean, you control the e file, so the white.
Oh,
Yeah.
this.
All right,
I
bishop.
mean, could it be Petr?
I
No,
don't think so
not
because
anymore.
you got the bishop pair and you got the rook. You have so many squares that you're protecting. The queen has very few options. Now, what I would have done a second ago, though. Okay.
Oh,
What I would have
black
done
with the
is bring
rook.
back when the queen was on c4. I would have brought that back the bishop there, because that
Mm.
would have shut down the checks pretty quickly. Now black has a few last ditch efforts, but again, white has too many squares they're controlling here, unless she drops the rook, which I don't think she will. So now, if check again, then just king straight back to e1, I think, and then oh,
Oh,
now there's a
did not
perpetual.
like E1.
There is a
Now
perpetual.
there's the pe-
Queen
Oh, you
c1,
dropped the rook. Yes.
Queen c1, and now
Wow.
king out to f2, and then Queen f4, and it's checks. Is it checks for it? Well, it says equality, so it's got to be checks forever at that point. So Queen f4 is so King f2 is forced. Now Queen f4 again, check, and
Or
then
does
if
she take the rook? Mm.
no. You're not playing for material at this point. You see, the bar says we're equal. That's because there's a perpetual check.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
that's the
man.
only way this is even. So Queen
Mm-hmm.
f4 is forced. No, that gave it back. If Queen
Yeah.
f4, then you keep checking back and forth, perpetual check, and that would have ended in a draw. Unfortunately, she did that, grab the rook.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's going to give white the time to get their own attack going again because if you're black, there is nothing else. Uh, you have to maybe try to get those checks going again. But I mean, white has all the initiative now. If you're that far behind, you're playing for a draw at that point, right? If you're
Mm-hmm.
however 18 points of material behind, 13 points of material behind, you're playing for a draw at that point. So you have to look for perpetual checks or ways to trap the king. But just picking up a rook by itself, especially if it's not with check, it's just not enough. And
Mm-hmm.
you see now, white has all the momentum. That's all white needed
Oh,
was
that bishop pair.
yeah, that bishop pair is huge.
Mm.
And now look at the queen. The black queen is out of play, right? The black queen not
Mm-hmm.
only it took a move to capture rook it did not need, and is now completely unhelpful. Sadly for black, queen takes and then um, queen takes a7 is
Oh.
mate or that's mate too. Yeah. All right, so that's how that story is going to end. White won, Ramjewel won, bringing her up to double-digit points. And let's see some standings now. Oh, Ramjewel's on a winning streak now, and that gives her 11 points.
Nice.
Uh,
She's a 4 out of 5 right now. She's
four out of
doing
five.
great.
Yeah, so we got A Butt at 5 for 5. Violetta at
Mm-hmm.
5 for 8. Ramjewel at 4 for 5. Semprún at 3.5 out of 5. Alieska 4 for 6. Gods Nabi 2 for 4. Taya Navi 2 for 4. Play P 1 for 5. Club Banca 1 for 7. Emil half out of 3. And oh no, my own wife is the only one left with 0 points. No!
She can make a comeback. She's still got some time.
Hour two, we can do this, folks. But let's see how our leader's doing right now.
Let's see,
She
but
is way ahead again. She is dominating this field. She's up 5 points. What is she? Oh, she has a queen. She has a queen. Her opponent does not, which is
she's
always good.
beautiful.
All right. So if you're black, what's your comeback plan?
Take out the bishops, put them into the game.
Yep. Definitely got to get developed.
And that rook too, that's kind of stuck.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, White's setup is so good. She's got all her minor pieces activated. She's got the
Hmm.
rook and she's got the king safe. She's got the rook and king, queen
Hmm.
lined up with a battering ram down the e file. The only thing I'd say is I don't know when it happened, but I probably would have put the king rook on e1 instead of the queen rook because now that king rook is kind of stuck on f1. But that is a minor
Hmm.
complaint considering how good this position is for White.
Got Snavi's probably thinking about that bishop, how to where to move it, how to move it. Oh, or taking out that rook. Okay. But now if I were white, I'd take that bishop and open up the king side and start an attack on
How
that.
about I modify your plan a little bit? How about bishop takes knight
Of course,
first, and
bishop
then
takes.
yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
then you can take the bishop on the next move, and there's no knight to recapture. They'd have to recapture with the g pawn, which would have
Mhm.
opened up the king even more. Unfortunately, White didn't see that tactic, but they're putting their bishop on probably a better square anyway, which is c2,
Hmm.
because now they're going to be threatening in the long run. Not right now, but in the long run, they can threaten h7. Also a reasonable move. But again, trades are good if you're White. White's other bishop is hanging. They do have to be careful about that.
Oh man, but will they see it?
Sometimes when a piece is threatened, like that rook came there a couple of moves ago, and when a piece
Hmm.
is threatened and it was just kind of there for a couple of moves, people just forget about it. So like both sides will go, with
Hmm.
beginners, they'll go back and forth, not realizing that one can capture the piece and one is declining to save the piece, and it'll just kind of sit there for a bit. White now threatens mate on h7, and again we've seen Sophie close these mating nets before. Black
Yes.
has to respond. That won't do it.
And
H7
that
is
won't
the
help.
order of the day, which will be checkmate because F8 is not an escape square because of the bishop that's on pre, but it's there. There it is.
And I trust she sees it. Yes.
6 wins in a row. Who can stop this player?
She is on fire and she knows it. She we when we were talking about the previous test tournament, she was speaking about how she wouldn't notice those diagonal bishop queen checkmates, and she definitely did her homework. I am so proud of her.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is incredible stuff. Anyone that for those watching on Twitch right now, I've still got a lot of the people we had before. So who are you rooting for at this point? Who do you think's going to win? Can anyone stop Sophie? I'll ask that in the chat. Can anyone stop A underscore Bud? I think that is the question at this point. Because I mean, if someone doesn't end this winning streak soon, you know, the last 20 minutes could be, playing for second place. I did find out today, so there are some prizes. We'll announce online who won the prizes and what they were because I don't have all the specifics on that. I don't want to quote something that's not accurate. So I will just say we will announce on our social medias who won what prizes at the end of this. But certainly players may be playing for second, third place prizes here pretty shortly if no one can stop A Butt. And who better stop A Butt but the player in dead last place, Dashing Road Christine? You can do it. I believe in you.
She, she could make a comeback. She could break the fire.
She plays
We'll
an
see.
Imzovich defense. She doesn't know it's called that, but she plays it. The,
This is as black. I actually. Oh, and she brings out both. Okay,
yeah, I'd be wary of that. You
queens.
got to get a pawn out there too to support those knights, so those knights can get kicked around with the pawn push. All right, and now we've transposed to a four knights game. Scotch variation with the d5, and this is the good news. Solid development from both. Christine, that's probably her
Mhm.
biggest strength is she understands the solid development of the opening. She will do that well, but it's
Mhm.
after that she has trouble forming a plan. So let's see what she does here. D6 is a reasonable play. Um, And I think we're going to see some, we might as well stay with this from our leader, and we'll see some solid development here. But then we'll see where they go from there. Bishop d7, that's good. We're preparing to castle kingside. What is Sophie's opening of choice from the white side? Do you know?
She actually doesn't really have an opening of choice,
Okay,
and she asked me about that, but I know she strikes to the center, and that's all that matters.
sure.
She likes yes.
Well, I'll share another piece of info about Christine. Her favorite chess player, she said, I thought she was going to say me, and sadly she did not. She said Florence from the musical Chess. So, have you seen the musical Chess?
I know of one song from the musical Chess.
Is it One Night in Bangkok? Because
Um,
that's like the famous song. Although there's several good, amazing songs from it.
the da 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 da. That's from the musical Chess, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just remember from middle school, I watched it on during chorus class, and it was like, no man, no sadness, da da
Oh,
da
Anthem.
da.
Yes, 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 yes,
Anthem, yes,
yes.
yes.
Oh, that's a lovely song.
Hmm.
Josh Groban does a great version of it. But yes, yes, that is a fantastic song. A lot of great music from that. But Florence is the female lead in that show, and a great choice for favorite chess player. Adina Menzel played a great Florence in concert. But yeah,
Sweet.
so that's her favorite there. Yeah, we all need to, as an Orlando group, we all need to get together and just have a showing of the musical chess because it's a fantastic show. For those who aren't familiar with it, um the it's a very loose kind of artistic interpretation of the Bobby Fischer Boris Spassky match in the 70s, because the American male lead, instead of being named Fischer, is named Trumper, and the Russian player is named Anatoly, who is Anatoly. It's not Anatoly Karpov, but Anatoly Karpov would be the next world champion after. So I mean, it takes very familiar names and themes from the chess of the 70s and 80s and kind of puts it in to a rock musical, and it has like the Cold War politics between the United States and Soviet Union as a backdrop. It's really a fantastic show. Um,
Ooh.
yeah.
I've
So.
never watched it. I just know of the one song Anthem, but you've completely convinced me that that's my next to do for the musical list.
Well, I think we should have it. We will have a showing of it as a group. So those in
I'd
Orlando
love
chess
that.
listening to the sound of my voice, let us know when you want to do that because I think we should all get together and have a movie night for chess the musical. But back to the game. Sophie is ahead. I kind of stopped here. Let me go back through these moves, guys. Stop paying attention for a second. So I was talking about musicals. All right. So let's see. D6. Uh, and then castle. Oh, she misclicked. I don't know if you're looking at my screen right now, looking at the Twitch screen, but Christine misclicked. She tried to castle, but she accidentally just moved King F8.
Oh
Uh,
no.
yeah, it's got to be a misclick just because she knows to castle.
Hmm.
So that's unfortunate. And then White just kept developing. So she okay. So she just moved her king again to try to get to G8. But unfortunately, her rook's gonna be on the wrong side. She lost a
Oh,
couple of
it's
moves in
gonna
the
be
process.
stuck.
So now she made another. So I think that's an error. She made a move. She played knight b4, looking for an attack, but she really should have developed her other bishop first, maybe. And then the knight's getting kicked. D4, D5 opening up the center, but white has more control there than black does. And take, and she doesn't take back. Now she's in trouble because that's the bishop and the knight are forked. She's gonna lose one of them. She played c5. The bishop gets eaten, and yeah, white has dominating the center. Unfortunately, now we're caught up with the live game, and is up a piece. So white is well ahead there. Let's see what else. Christine's favorite movie is the Barbie movie.
Oh, what a
Um,
great choice.
and she said, "What's the best thing you learned from your coach? Everything I know about chess, I learned from Nick. So everything, lol." And what is your main goal? And I said, in the questionnaire, I said, what's your main goal? Top five, top three, win the whole thing. And she's the only one who didn't pick a place. She said, my goal is to not run out of time in my games. And so, so you can
Oh.
see, time was already on her mind. It's good to at least understand your strengths and weaknesses, even if you're
Mhm.
unable to do anything about it. She understood it. So, and knowing is half the battle.
It's always a race against the clock, especially
Yeah.
during a team tour or the test tournament when it was all blitz.
Oh, those are brutal. Yeah, those
That
are fast, and I think everyone
yes.
everyone had a lot of trouble in those, and fair enough. That was we
Mhm.
just did those for a half hour. So, White's way up in this game. White's going to win another 4 points here. Let's actually move on for now.
Okay. I will actually be right back. My computer loves chess too much and it's running out of battery.
Oh no. Okay, you do what you need to do so we don't lose you. I'm going to go to let's see here. Violetta's in second place still. Let's see how she's doing. She's unfortunately losing again. So again, just whatever momentum we had early on, it has left us. Black is hugely up on material, has mate in three. Let's just look around all the boards right now. So let's see. Um, we've looked at A Butt and we've looked at Violetta. So let's look at Godsnabi versus Semprún. Is a more even game, but black is still solidly ahead here. It's what an imbalance. It's a queen versus on the black side, but an extra knight and bishop on the white side. Still an advantage for black, but with four minor pieces for white, there's still going to be some play here. White is in check. Their king safety suspect. Probably got to move king g1 just to tuck it away and then try to utilize the advantage of the fact that you do have four minor pieces still and try to use them together to repel the queen. Um, oh, this says equality now. Why equality? Oh, because you could now knight takes bishop. Knight takes bishop, and you have three pieces for the queen. Knight takes bishop. Ooh, this could be a really interesting game. We're gonna stay with this because when you have a material imbalance like three pieces for a queen, it gets very fascinating. Because black would have the most powerful piece on the board, but white would have so many minor pieces that could harass the queen. So this could end up really interesting. But you gotta see the bishop now. If you don't see the bishop, good for white, good for Ghaznabi. And Ghaznabi only has 5 points. They definitely need this game to climb back in the standings and stay competitive. Queen c2. This could be interesting. So now, I mean, you could definitely take the pawn on e6 if you are white, but I don't know if that's correct. These get tricky. These really get tricky, and the king is so vulnerable. I'd be concerned about that. Maybe, and your b2 pawn is hanging. Oof, yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Maybe. Ooh, I don't know what I want to play with this white. It says we're dead even though. I'm not sure. Okay, she does take e6. Computer's fine with that. You think queen? I think queen takes b. No, no, no. You can't take b2 because. Well, maybe you can. Queen takes b2. Knight c7 check, forking the king and the rook. King moves, but then both rooks are hanging on each side. So yeah, the computer sees this is still even, but white has to play knight c7 check here. It's well, I guess you don't have to. You can move your rook. And it's so funny that the computer's called this as dead even for several moves now. Very interesting. So we're still threatening the rook. Knight c7 is now up to bat for white. If okay, black responds to that threat, moves their king out of the way. Knight takes knight. I'm not sure I understand that because you're giving up one of the minor pieces, but black declines to take the piece. They needed that piece because now white is way ahead because they basically just gave white a free pawn. Don't want to do that at this juncture. Oh, but that's giving up a piece for a pawn. Well, no, wait. Oh, goodness. Action flying back and forth. What now? Okay. C3 is an undefended pawn. So if it was black turn, I would take that. What does white do? What does white do? White's ahead by three, this says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they're up two pawns. Uh, and they're going back and forth here. I don't blame either of them. This is a tough position to find accurate moves. Neither king is safe. You have the huge material imbalance. I'm also struggling for finding accurate moves. Um, I would want to maybe get my H rook down to H7, so maybe I'd try to. Okay, they brought down H6. Reasonable. So now that F6 pawn is threatened. Rook takes D5. Well, I think you have to trade. I think you have to trade because you can, if you don't trade, then those doubled rooks come down and take your rook on D1 checkmate. So, okay, excuse me. No, that is the better move. Is interposing with the knight. Good job, gods. I didn't see that, but they did. And now, let's see here. They're pushing their pawn. And what does white do? White could play maybe. I was thinking maybe knight c6 to fork the king and the rook. They did not play that. And they played something that the computer says once again is equal. So can you? I don't know about trading. Oh my goodness, the bars are fluctuating all over. And again, I don't blame them. This is an interesting position, a very interesting position. I'm having trouble finding the way for either, but it looks like that was just a free pawn that Black coughed up. So now, if you're white, I think as long as you can keep your king safe, I think you want to maybe start. If I think you want to push your G pawn if you're white to try to promote that. But you see, black on the other side has pushed their B pawn, maybe have their own thoughts of promotion. So maybe that's what we're gonna see here. Um, Ooh, I wouldn't have done that. I would have taken on A2 first to clear that pawn out, and then you can push your B pawn. But now yeah, white can just trade those pawns and make that much less of a threat for black. Um, so I think that was a mistake there from black. And now white maybe just start pushing that G pawn all the way home. There's a saying, passed pawns must be pushed. A passed pawn is a pawn that can no longer be contested by a pawn in front of it or to the side of it that would capture it. And white has a bunch of passed pawns on the E, F, and G2 on the G file. Those are all passed pawns. All of them can go run all the way to the end to make a queen. And I think that's what white should focus on at this point. Um, so we'll see if they do that. I'm gonna check this. We're gonna stay with this game because again, I think this is a fascinating one. But let's look at the standings here. And A butt is still 6 for 6. Let's at least look at. Oh, I can't see their game. All right. So standings relatively unchanged. We have 6 players now in the double-digit scoring. All right, black with a check. Might as well. You got to use the power of the queen somehow. But it still says white is way up. I mean, I would think king f2 and followed by king c3, king f3 to kind of hide in between those pawns. And if the queen checks from behind, you could just play bishop f2. Ooh, computer hates that move. Um, is that just because can you just do queen c3 check and keep checking from there? Queen c3 check followed by. Oh no, that's not the move. King f2, I guess, protecting the e pawn. Well, while we're working this out, I'm gonna read. I want to. Club Banca. She may have gotten tired a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna read some more of her information. Again, nepotism. I have the right to. Her favorite fruit is breaded shrimp. She does love her shrimp. Her favorite movie is the Mario movie. Her favorite chess player is her friend Sarah. Her radical chess nickname is Queen Scene. Like she's a queen, she's on the scene. And she also, what I want to talk about is she has her own YouTube channel called Club Banca, and it's spelled just like the name in her chess club. Chess.com profile, CLUBBANCA, and she does unboxing videos on there. So if you want to see some fun unboxing videos for kids, check out Club Banca on YouTube, and she has a lot of fun on there. Really cool stuff. But back to this game, it still says white is way up. They just have to get their king safe at this point, but it's so hard. Ooh, okay, a trade here. Was that a free knight? Rook takes, rook takes. Oh no, you can pin the queen. Ooh, can you get away with that? Maybe. Oh, they forked the queen, but this says it's bad for black to fork the king and the queen. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so queen takes rook, and then if pawn takes queen, rook takes rook, check, and then yeah, black would be ahead at that point because they would have two rooks for two minor pieces. Black does not see it down. They're going to lose the queen, which is going to put them way down. You play. I guess you play rook takes queen, and then black plays rook takes rook. All right, and now we have equality again. This game is all over the place. I can't keep up, folks. Oh my goodness. We got 12 players watching on Twitch. Thank you so much, everyone who's joining us on the stream. And again, we'll have this on YouTube later. If you missed any of it, check out Orlando Regional Chess Alliance on YouTube. Standings update. A Butt now has 7 for 7, a perfect score, and she has 25 points and a massive, massive, massive lead in this tournament, going to the last quarter of the tournament, the end game, if you will. If someone doesn't beat A Butt very soon, this will be all over but the singing. So I don't know if that's a real phrase or not, but I just said it. But black is now ahead in this seesaw match. A huge seesaw matchup. The bar's going back and forth like crazy. And again, this is such a hard position. Ooh. Now we're showing even. Now we're showing even. The clock may end up deciding this one, folks. Because it's been so hard for either player to come up with a solid long-term plan. But this shows black is currently way ahead. I mean, I think you can just start pushing that A pawn, right? Ooh. Maybe rook all the way down. Yep. That's the move. And I think a key factor here at this point is white is way ahead on time. Well, not way ahead on time, but has more time than gods. White's threatening to promote, but can we play rook takes rook takes rook, and then just queen back check? Or queen check now, okay. It's forking the king and the bishop, but I don't know if we have time to take the bishop. This is so crazy. Well, no, we probably do. But there's 20 seconds off the clock. Like I said, I think clock is going to determine this game at this point. If I'm black, I play rook takes rook, and then after rook takes rook, you take the bishop. But he did it first, which doesn't work. But white doesn't see the refutation. Now black has mate in 4. Rook takes rook is the first step. After rook takes rook, then what's the finish? Oh, queen takes rook, of course. That's not the move, but now we're just playing for time at this point. Rook check. White is way behind, both in time and on the board. I think black's going to take this. They promote to queen out of desperation, but it's not enough. Queen takes queen. White's going to be out of time, and this fascinating game is going to come to an end with a black victory, but that could have gone either way, ladies and gentlemen. Any move is going to win on time here for black. That's sufficient. All right. A hard-fought win for Semperun. Congrats to her. Let's see what games are in progress. I have several games here. Nope, that's not the game I thought it was. Okay, there we go. Ooh, we have our top 2 players in a game, so I think we have to check that out. Sophie, once again, dominating. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sophie's world. You and I are just living in it. And Sophie is well on her way to taking this tournament. She is up 9 points. Oh, she's up a queen and a bishop. And she's only given up a pawn in return. And not to mention, she's dominating the entire board. And she's playing the second place player. So, I mean, she's not playing a pushover. But Sophie has proven that she is the amateur of amateurs. I won't say congratulations yet, but my goodness, she is in an amazing position. Tori, you back?
I am back. Hi. Thank you.
Hi. Of course. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, 7 for 7. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
7 for 7, and she
Wow.
is playing right now. Currently, she has the white pieces against Violetta, who's still in second place, and she is up a queen and a bishop. She is dominating the game against the second place player. She
Wow.
is
Oh my
She is
gosh.
poised to launch herself to 29 points, which would give her a 12-point lead over the field and be nigh unstoppable at that point. If she can finish off this game, I don't. I think she pretty much clinches the tournament. So we will stay with this game for now, going into the last quarter of the arena. It was a 2 hour arena again, so this will end at 9. And Black is just saying, well, let me try to promote a queen, which is desperation, but I still think Black needs to get those queenside pieces activated. But Sophie, killing it.
She's on top of her game today. She said she's in it to win it, and we definitely see that going on right now. She's picked up that free pawn. We do have to be careful about that promoted piece, but both those rooks do protect it, so I don't think she's too worried.
No, I wouldn't be there. And that is the benefit of king safety, getting your king castled, and getting your knights and bishop development, is it gets those rooks connected on your back rank, which means any kind of incursion on your back rank, we have two rooks covering it. So that is the benefit of doing those other fundamental things, like getting your knights and bishops out there and getting castled, is you get that safety and added security.
And she's definitely safe right now. Let's see, she's up a good amount. She's got those. I'm just honestly, I'm honored.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. This is your night. This is your night. I mean, kudos to you. Kudos to Sophie for this performance thus far. And again, I'm not going to call it
No,
yet, but this game is.
I can't take the credit. I admire Sophie's hard work. She's been working really hard and I mean it's showing through. And I mean every woman here, they've been working so hard and figuring out their strengths and weaknesses. So um wow, what a comeback. She was so worried about the test tournaments because they're shorter forms, but I think she's really thriving with this 10 minutes. She really likes this time control.
Hmm. Since these are our two leaders, can you tell us any more information that you haven't told us already about Sophie and Violetta?
Yes, let's take a peek.
Let's learn more about our, our first place favorite, and then Violetta is going to be competing with Alyeska for second place. So I think that's really a competition we'll watch in the last half hour. Is
Hmm.
even if Violetta loses this game, can she maintain the lead over Alyeska? Ramjul is on the outside of the top three, looking in. Certainly could threaten. Semprun had a really good victory here a moment ago, and could also threaten. Teanavi also in double digits. So second and third are still there's still prizes for second and third. That will be a competition. So we'll keep an eye on those games going forward. But what else do you have for me?
I'm just looking for Violetta's information.
We may
So
not
far, I
have it.
haven't
A couple
found
I
it.
didn't. A couple I didn't hear back from. I don't remember if she's one of them or not. So if you don't have it, then that's okay. We'll find out next time.
We'll find out some more a little next time. Yes, for sure. I'd love to hear more info about her. I mean, she did amazing in the first half, and I know she'll make a comeback. I believe in her.
All right, I'm trying. I'm caught up in
Yeah,
my.
I can't find her information, but let's see. Let's see if I can find more info elsewhere.
Are you just gonna Facebook stalk? It's always good.
Perhaps. Discord stock,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. Well, we can hear more about Sophie too. If I don't know if we said everything about her earlier, but it'd be great to hear more about our front runner too. So whatever you want to find for us, I'll talk a little more about this game in the interim. So Sophie obviously way up. Um, I mean, pieces are everywhere. If you're white, I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want here. I guess my instinct would have been to open up those pawns. So I would trade pawns. I'd play f takes e5 to open up those pawns. She's gonna find another way to introduce her rook. Oh, you can play rook all the way down now. Rook all the way down. Check. Rook back is forced. Um, yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong here if you're white. I'm only staying with it because these are our top two players, and this game I think would effectively seal a tournament victory for white. Oh, it's mate in two now. After rook
Mm.
back, I think bishop to d5 check. Bishop d5 check. King has to go to the corner, and then queen takes rook checkmate. That's not the easiest checkmate to find for a beginner, so I don't know if she's going to find
Hmm.
it. Um, but
They
bishop
say
take.
checkmates are her favorite parts of
All
chess.
right, bishop d5 is the key move. Will she find it? Bishop d5, because then there's no other move except for king in the corner. You can't move the rook to block the check because the rook is already blocked. Rook is already blocking the queen. She does not find it on this occasion. Oh, but we still have checkmate because the king
Oh,
moved the corner anyway. Queen takes rook. That is mate.
wow.
And 29 points. I don't think anyone's going to catch that in the last 23 minutes. So I think now she's going to take maybe a victory lap or two with their last game.
Mhm.
Congrats to her for such a huge lead. Likely unable to be overcome. Again, I don't want to jinx anyone, so I'll just say very likely to win the tournament at this point is Sophie. And her family, wonderful chess family, and I know they're
Mhm.
incredibly proud and supportive of her. And this is a great night for them. So we'll come back to that later. Let's see. Almost closed the wrong thing. Let's see here. We got Dashing Road Christine needs to get on the board. Again, we've mentioned expulsion from the family is on the line here. And I will say she's ahead in this game. Uh, so what is she up? She's not up in material, but she's way up in position because look, none of Black's queen size pieces are developed. White has firm control of the center. She has a safe king, and if she shifts, I like that move because if she shifts her queen, well, she had to back up because of her queen side. But if she moves that to g3, she'll all of a sudden be threatening checkmate on g7, but she wouldn't be now because the bishop came out. But she still has such a huge lead in development. She is ahead here, so I hope she can convert that to a winning middle game. I still like Queen G3, honestly, threatening the bishop and trying to get an attack going on the Black King.
I do agree. I do like threatening that bishop, making it move.
And she
Oh, and
heard
she
me,
sees it.
and I think
Oh, lovely.
the computer agreed with me too because the computer did not the analysis did not change after that move. So I think the computer also agrees. Oh, mate in one, mate in
Oh,
one. Oh, mate in one. Can she see it? Queen G7 would be mate. I'm not gonna say it too loud because she's in the other room. But Queen G7 would be checkmate, putting her on the board for the first time in over an hour and a half of fighting. Oh, please see it. Oh, please. See
the anticipation.
it. Queen G7 is checkmate. Queen G7 is checkmate. That's why you brought the queen over. Queen G7 is checkmate. That just give her two crucial points. That would it wouldn't just double her score. It would make her score increase infinitely larger than it is right now because she has 0 points. Oh no! It's still there. It's still there.
There's still a chance. There's still a
Yeah,
chance.
your strength is on the king side. You have to play on the side of the board where your strengths are. She already has a knight, a bishop, and a queen looking at that side of the board. She has to continue looking at the king side because that's where her strength is. Black's pieces
There's
are on the queen side, so you don't need to play over there. Queen g7 once again is checkmate if she can find it. Oh my goodness. She said to her credit, she said she was aiming for oh no, she missed it.
mm,
And I figured that was her point of the kick out of the night. Okay, it's still there again. For the third move in a
there's
row,
one
she
more
has mate and
chance.
one on g7. Or she'll probably take the queen because that was her plan. So, I mean, good for her. She saw that the queen was hanging. Whatever black does here, queen g7 will still likely be in order. It is still in order for the fourth move in a
Will she see it?
For
Will
the
she bring it
fourth
out?
move in a row, she has mate in one. Checkmate in one. Queen takes g7. It's a classic checkmate. If the king is castled and you just kind of try to double up, triple up on that g pawn in front of the king, and that's you can try to get checkmate against the king there. She has the advantage. Can she find queen g7 to checkmate and get on the board? She still doesn't see it. Oh my goodness! And again, I like the thought here is she's trying to open up the center and get her rooks activated, which is not a bad thought. But she has all the activity she needs. Please see it,
She just needs one more move.
Tori. Help me out
Please.
here. What am I supposed to
Please.
do?
No,
I'm not allowed to go in and tell her, right? Can I?
no, I
Okay. All
cannot
right.
let
All
you.
right. Oh my goodness.
Whispered into
Oh
existence.
my goodness. How many consecutive moves are we at with Queen G7 being checkmate miss? Here, let me go to the move. Let me go to the moves on this. Oh wait. Okay, here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 6 moves. And now this is move 7, where queen g7 would be checkmate.
Move seven.
That's the 7th miss in a,
Um,
in a
she wants to activate her rook. She likes those rooks.
Oh my god.
But
And Gods isn't seeing it either. Gods also does not defend the check. This is move 8, where she can play queen g7 checkmate. Move 8.
it's just it's as long as those bishops don't move, those
Mm-hmm.
the dark square bishop for black doesn't move, then she's gonna continue to have this mate in one.
Yeah,
But
but
she, let's see.
but even if black did move it, she can't move to f6, because then white would just take and it's pinned. The pawn is pinned, so she wouldn't be able to take back. Black would have to move the bishop back to f8, to defend the checkmate, not to f6. So if f6, then bishop takes bishop for free, and you're still threatening the mate. So even if black wants to get the bishop to help, it has to move backwards, not forwards. But again, is this move 8, 9? I think it's 8 now. Move 8 in a row.
Move eight.
Let me
She's
see.
using up her entire time.
Oh
I'm
my
just hoping
god. Oh,
she
she
realizes
loses
her
on time.
queen.
So again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's black's turn. So the next move will be move 8 for white. Should it still have a mate threat? And yes, I would be. This is move 8, where she has mate on the move. And I would be concerned about time at this point, because we've talked about time is not her friend. So she has 2 minutes to find a way to finish this off, and all she has to do is move the queen. I believe in you, Christine. Dashing rogue, Christine. Okay, she took oh, but now the mate's no longer in order, so now she's gonna have to go to work. All right, rookie one, threaten the bishop, I guess. But now she's got to get to work. And she's up 6 points of material. She's still way ahead. Maybe move the knight to h5 to threaten mate that way. She takes free pawn, not a bad idea. Um, So she's got to move fast and start using the fact that she has a queen and the opponent doesn't, and start winning some material on the center of the board, maybe. But
Oh no, I left and the bishops are gone.
yep, yeah.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
yeah. So but she's still ahead. But now she's up a queen for a
Hmm.
bishop at this point.
Hmm.
So it's gonna go into an endgame, but time is gonna be her enemy now. Time is definitely gonna be her enemy. I would try. I would look at maybe activating my rook, putting it on the open B file, or even the.
Okay.
Well, no, I like the B file, because then you're threatening rook B7, threatening those bishops. You just have to watch
What
out.
about
Go
knight
ahead.
h5 and then
Hmm.
queen up?
I thought about that too. I mean, certainly, threatening that mate in two, um, is something I would consider as well. But because she wasn't looking at G7 before, I'm not sure she's going to be looking at G7 now. But yeah, I think knight
Mm.
h5 is a pretty reasonable move as well. What did she do? Queen f3.
Yes, queen
Okay,
f3.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that does much, because that the c6 pawn is protected, and oh, I think she's going to lose on time. Unfortunately, she's down 5 minutes on the clock, and even up a queen, I'm not sure she's going to be able to finish this off. Let's see the standings real quick. Standings. A Butts at 29 points. Is that? Yeah, that's where she was before. Um, oh, Alyeska has moved up into second place. She's at 7 out of 9 and on a win streak of her own.
Oh wow.
So she could theoretically get back into it, but she needs a lot of help at this point. Um,
Okay, the rook is aiming for the queen, so she's got to move. Um, hmm.
Fernando said that checkmate is so sneaky.
Hmm.
And White, unfortunately, is going to lose this on time.
On time.
Oh, man. All right. Well, there you go.
There.
All right, last ditch effort. If for some reason that bishop were to move the bishop on
Hmm.
d7, then white would have a checkmate on e8. But you can't. But
Oh, just make a move, Christine.
you could play rook takes d7, and then even yeah, that's okay. Well, you know, you take the good, you take it bad. There you
Hmm.
take it all, and there you have a lost game.
That's
All right,
just
moving on.
that's just how the game is played.
Yep, yep. All right,
Ooh.
moving on. Let's see how our leader's doing. She might lose one.
Oh, it's the two Bud against Alieska versus A_Bud.
Okay, this is interesting because again, I didn't want to declare a winner. We
Hmm.
might as well talk about at this point scenarios in which a and White has checkmate on this
Oh,
move, but they did not see it.
oh,
The other
they
rook
didn't
all the
see
way
it.
down would have been checkmate. Let's talk about
Hmm.
scenarios where Alieska can make the comeback at this point. Alieska was in third before. She's now in second. She's on a 4 game winning streak, which means every win she gets in during the streak is worth 4 points. So if she finds the mate now against Sophie, and she needs to do it fast, and I mean super fast, that would bring her up to 24 points, and she would need to get 2 more wins after that to pass Sophie, and Sophie would have to get no more wins. So again, even if she beats Sophie right now, which she it looks like she probably will, we'll give her, let's just for argument's sake give her credit for this win. She would need
Hmm.
2 more wins after that, and Sophie would have to lose the rest of her games.
Lose
So
two more.
lose 2 more. But we are in the realm of it is possible. It is
Hmm.
possible, which just a few minutes ago it didn't look like it. But the fact that
No.
Alieska was able to get this matchup and put this
Hmm.
an end to the win streak, at least puts her in the
Oh,
conversation. She needs to see Rook checkmate now, and I mean now because time is not on
right now.
Alieska's side, and not in this game,
Yes.
but in the arena. There's 12 and a half minutes left in the arena, which means Alieska has to win this game now and then have 2 more decisive results within the next 12 minutes. If you are in the middle of the game when the arena ends, the game does not count. If you have
Oh
checkmate in
man.
one, it doesn't matter. You have to finish the game, and she
Yep.
does it. Okay,
And she sees it. She sees it.
that is step
She.
one. That is step one of getting back into this conversation. Sophie no longer perfect, but still with a commanding 9 point lead. And we see now in the standings 29 for A-Bot, that's Sophie. 24 for Alieska. That gives her 8 out of 10, a fantastic score in her own right, and a 5 game winning streak. So, really sneakily, and I apologize, folks out there listening, I wasn't paying enough attention to that win streak because that win streak does now put her back in the conversation. And let's see where they've been paired now. So, Alieska's against Gods Nabi, who she should be favored against because Gods is in the lower half of the standings. So there's that game going
Mhm.
right now. Let me come back to that. Let's see where A Butt has not been paired yet, which is bad for her because she needs a game to get another point going. But really, even if she get, let's say A Butt wins right now, that win
Mhm.
would only give her 2 points
Oh,
because
the
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 because the
streak.
winning streak is ended. So even if she
Hmm.
got up to 31, Alieska, if she wins 2 more games, would get up to 32.
Hmm.
So this tournament may somehow still be in Alieska's hands. That being said, I don't like what she's done in this opening so far. Well, I do like that.
Oh.
Okay, she has an attack, even though she's Alieska's not using her kingside pieces, which I think is a mistake. Oh, and the queen's hanging.
Oh my gosh.
Alieska has now won a queen in the opening in a must-win game. This could get her to 28 and give her a chance to somehow pass Sophie at the end. I apologize, folks, if I was congratulating Sophie too easily because this arena is still in question, folks. Oh my goodness, yeah. Evacuate, take the bishop, and now you're up 13. After the capture of the knight, you'll be up. Oh my goodness, she didn't take the knight.
Whoa.
She's up 13 points of material. Alieska is up 13 points of material. Can win. She needs to win this game quickly. There's less than 10 minutes to go in the tournament. She needs to win this game quickly, and then she needs to beat her next opponent quickly, which would give her 32 points and first place. Sophie has not been paired yet, which is a huge unfortunate thing for Sophie because she needs to get some more points on the board to stay ahead of Alieska. But in the arena, you're kind of at the mercy of is there someone else available to play? There may just be no one available to play right now, which means if Sophie doesn't have a
Seems like
game, then she can't get points, and that's
she's losing out.
yeah. So we will watch, keep an eye out for when she gets paired, and Alieska could
Hmm.
get Alieska right now. If it were her move, she could go queen takes e6. Sorry, queen takes e3, followed by queen takes f2 mate. Queen takes e6. Queen takes e6. It shows mate in 3. Oh, she didn't play it.
Oh.
She went the
Okay.
wrong way and she got in, but she went the wrong way because she can't take the knight. The knights are supporting each other. Queen takes c3, I guess. But it would have been much better if she'd gone queen takes e3 because she'd have been threatening mate on f2. So this is going to slow down her progress a little bit. All right, now white's trying to build a fortress now. The knights supporting each other. Oh, but no, just play knight takes rook. Knight takes rook if you're black. Knight takes rook if you're black. Or you can play pawn takes pawn, but I would take the rook first. And I'm
I
not,
would also take the rook first.
yeah, and I'm not sure what they're going for with the other knight here. I think one problem Alieska is having is she's trying to use like one or two pieces at a time instead of using her whole
Mm-hmm.
army together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, and it worked in this case, because she was able to get the queen. But that knight and bishop that she kind of threw out there by themselves at the beginning of the game against a stronger player, that would not have worked, right? It worked in
Mm-hmm.
this case. She was able to get a queen out of it. But most of the time, if you just go full on attack with the knight and bishop without any other support in the opening, it's not going to work. And we're kind of seeing that here. She's not putting together the combination like she needs to, but that was a good check. And Knight takes rook now, followed by queen takes b. Queen takes the knight on b1. But I'd start with knight takes rook. She didn't play it.
Mm-hmm. That's okay though.
But she's threatening. She's threatening mate on f2.
It's
She's
still
threatening mate on
threatening
f2.
me. Mm-hmm.
So if white doesn't see it, then we could have checkmate. And again, time is of the essence. Mate in one.
Oh,
Mate in one, will
mate
she
in
see it?
one.
Mate in one, will she see it? And oh my god, we have a tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Queen
a
f2.
tournament.
Almost there. You
Oh, she didn't see it.
almost there. That's
She
okay.
didn't see it.
Mate in one can still be on the board.
It is. It is
There's.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Queen f2 would win the game,
No, but she wants the bishop. She wants the rook. But that's.
which I understand.
Mm,
But and she'll in with most moves white would make. Yes, she still has the mate on f2. Will she find it now that she's taking care of the rook? Maybe that'll help her see more clearly.
there we go.
Oh my goodness, we have a tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Alieska is within 1 point of the lead on the back of her six-game
Wow.
win streak. And who will get a game now? That's the question. A Butt's been putting into a game against the loser of that game. No. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm reading that correctly. Let me close out this game.
Nabi versus Ali. That just ended. It's Ramjul versus A-Butt right now.
It's Ramjul versus A Butt, and Alieska, has Alieska been paired as well?
Alieska. Let's
Alieska has
refresh.
been paired. Okay,
Oh.
folks, here's the game. And as crazy as it is to say, because 10 minutes ago you could not have said this, the tournament is no longer in Sophie's hands. Even if Sophie
Mhm.
wins this game, it would only give her 2 points and bring her up to 31. However, because of Alieska's win streak, which was bolstered by her win over A Butt, her next win would give her 4 points and 32. This tournament is in Alieska's hands as we speak. It's also in the hands of the clock, though. Here's the problem: there's only 5.5 minutes left to go in the arena, and these players have more than 18 minutes combined on their clocks, which means that the game doesn't end, Alieska doesn't get the points, and Sophie holds on. Oh my God, Tori, talk me down. What's going on here?
My the I my gosh, I did not expect the comeback of the tournament. What a beautiful game. It's the beauty of the arena. We'll
Yeah,
see if the time works in our current 1 point away her name. Excuse me, Alieska. Let's see if it works in her favor. She has a quick decisive game. Right now, Ramjul's up one pawn,
hmm
but it's still anyone's game. We'll see. This is the ending that I didn't expect, but I'm loving, and I know you're loving it too, Nick.
this is amazing, and I was worried that there was going to be so far run away with that we were not, we were just playing for second and third, but we now have the tournament on the line in this final game. So are you saying that Ramjul is up a pawn against Sophie? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm going to
Yes,
quickly
and
switch to that game. But then I do want to keep an eye on Alieska's because, like I said, the ball really is in Alieska's court. But let's quickly switch to the game that you're watching. Sophie is down a pawn, but oh, okay. She made a mistake, according to this, and she is now down. They're even material, but Black's position is better.
Oh,
Mate won. Mate won for Sophie. Mate won on F and H7, and she's seen that mate before. We know she can
she's
spot
seen
that
this.
mate, and she
Oh,
sees it.
wow.
She gets the 31 points. If
She
now,
loves.
if she can get another quick win or a quick draw, a draw would get her to 32 points. A win would get her to 33, 34 points. So if she could win now in these final minutes, she would clinch her own tournament. So now, oh my goodness, let's regroup. Let's see where we are. A Butt is not in the game yet, though. The odds of Sophie getting into a game and finishing it is pretty low. So I'm going back to Alieska now. But we'll keep an
Let's
eye on
see
the
it.
standings and see if Sophie gets in the game. Alieska now with the black pieces. Let me flip the board back over. Alieska with the black pieces can win this tournament if she can find a quick checkmate in the last 3 minutes of the tournament, but the computer does not like her board right now. And again, we've said it before with Alieska, unfortunately, as great as this winning streak is, you have to use your entire army, not just one piece at a time. Bringing in the bishop like that, now she has no other pieces in the attack except the queen, whereas White has king safety with the king in the corner. The king's going to be just fine now. Has the knights connected and developed. Has the rooks almost connected except for the queen in the middle. White is perfectly safe here and has a material advantage. Black needs to get the other pieces involved if they're going to get any sort of win here with 2.5 minutes to play. Do you think Alieska can do it?
I really want to believe Alieska. I see her strengths and her weaknesses. I mean she's down 3 points material, but it could still be anyone's game. We're still in the middle game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what happens. Just moved her. She's threatening that rook.
Mm-hmm. Definitely
She's
threaten the
bringing
rook.
that
Yeah.
bishop out.
Uh huh. Yeah. I do like hitting the rook. But that knight outpost for white, that supported knight on d6 is so well placed. I love that for white. Taya, I mean, and Taya has 15 points. She's had a great tournament in her own right.
She has.
So I mean, with less than 2 minutes to go, Taya could even theoretically win this game. Alieska has to find some way to break through and win it. Let me the standings. Sophie does not have a game, so I'm just going to say right now, Sophie's likely to finish at 31 points. So the question is, does Alieska find any way? You have to. I mean, you have to look at a trick right now, right? I mean, you have to look at a way to steal a checkmate. So, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Maybe a rook. I was thinking a rook lift, maybe. Like, what if rook? Well, I was thinking maybe rook b8 and then followed by rook b2, and then trying to threaten checkmate on g2. Because again, I'm not even looking at the most sound fundamental moves for black. I'm looking at moves that are going to get me checkmate in the next minute of real time. Because that's what she has to have. The clocks in the game are moot, folks. We have 53 seconds left of this arena. If 50 seconds pass and no one wins this game, the game will be aborted. No one wins, and Sophie wins the tournament with 31 points. Alieska has to find checkmate right now. Do you see any potential breakthroughs for black? I don't see anything.
I'm sure. I don't. I want to say I wish I did, but I don't.
Like White has such dominant control of the center right now. 26 seconds left. Sophie doesn't have a game, but it doesn't matter. She's just watching Alieska at this point.
Oh,
Like the entire world is watching right now. The world is watching us, Tori, as we count down 16 seconds. Okay, maybe Bishop takes Bishop. Or Bishop takes Knight, maybe Bishop takes Knight, and just hope that White forgets about it. But it's not going to happen. Okay, Bishop takes.
mhm.
Maybe a desperation checkmate, but it doesn't matter. 1 second, and congratulations to Sophie. A underscore
Yay,
Butt is your
Sophie!
champion. Is your
Sophie,
champion of the 2025 Women's Amateur Chess Cup. Take it away, Tori. What do you got for me?
congratulations to Sophie on a beautiful win. She's got a high streak of 9 out of 10. Beautiful, beautiful games all around. Alieska was second place, 9 out of 11. She had a 6 win streak right at the end, pushing through on fire. And then we have Mac Duchess, Violetta, also beautiful job with 19 points, doing 7 out of 15. Did incredible in the first half, really pushed through towards the end, still hitting that third place.
Yeah. What and again, so again, for those who just joined us recently, thank you again for joining us. This was the 2025 Women's Amateur Chess Cup brought to you by the Orlando Regional Chess Alliance, and these were beginners, women and girls in chess that we were giving an opportunity to play against each other in the spirit of sportsmanship or sportswomanship, and in the spirit of learning and growing and developing. So I'm so proud of everyone who participated, the coaches and especially the players, just for giving it their best and fighting for the world to see. And what fighting spirit we saw was just incredible.
I loved it. I do want to give a shout out to our sixth place, M. Liao One, who had a four-game winning streak towards the end. She had 4.5 out of 7. So she was really pushing through, trying to make it up there with the clock against her. And then
Mhm.
also a two-win streak for number 5, getting a 6 out of 9. And then, of course, Ram Jewel, 6 out of 11. Really, everybody did incredible. I'm so proud of every woman, every girl who was part of this. It's a tough arena.
Yeah,
For many of them, this is their first tournament, and I tournaments are not easy. So I give them so much credit for really pushing through and doing something challenging and really excelling in every game.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not in anything in life. It's not easy to try new things, and
Hmm.
as we talked about at the beginning, this can be well, it is a male dominated sport. We definitely want to
Hmm.
help correct that a little bit to get the
Hmm.
percentage of women up in this sport. But it can be tough to do new things. It can be tough to put yourself out there in a position where you don't know how well you're going to do. So I don't care if you had 0 points or 31 points.
Hmm.
I'm proud of everyone who participated today because winning in life isn't about who gets checkmate. Winning in life isn't about who collects the first place prize money. Winning in life is about showing up and being a good person, and that's what all these people did. And that's what we're about here at the Orlando Regional Chess Alliance. And again, if you go to orcachess.com and take a look at what we're all about and what we're trying to do for the community, with the community projects we have, the meetups we have, almost any day in Orlando or in the Orlando area, there is a meeting where you can play chess with someone and make a friend. And there are tournaments, all sorts of tournaments we're doing, especially a week from today on August 2nd, the Orlando Open at Trinity Preparatory School in Winter Park. And you can find
Hmm.
more information about that right now on our website. And it's just exciting what we're doing. What are you most excited about for the future of Orlando chess?
Oh gosh. More tournaments, more different styles, more people, and especially increasing more women and girls participation. Absolutely. This is only just the beginning, and I know we'll keep working on it together.
Yeah. Yeah. And so often people say, "Oh, I've never played before. I wouldn't know where to start." You just start by coming and playing and making a friend. We have
Hmm.
so many friendly people in our community, and I'm so proud of them for that. And just come to our
Hmm.
meetings, and we'll if you don't know how to play, we'll teach you, and just go from there. So, um, I think that's all we need to plug for today. Again, the Orlando Open is a week from today, August 2nd. So please come to that tournament. Go to orcachess.com, and you can if you're not already following Twitch before you leave the broadcast, hit the follow button so you're following Orlando Chess on Twitch, and also follow the Regional Chess Alliance on YouTube. If you missed any of the stream, we'll be uploading the stream shortly on YouTube, so you can see what you missed there and catch all the action. And I'm not waiting here to do another one of these. I don't know if it'll be a women's amateur tournament or what. We will find an
Hmm.
excuse to do more streaming tournaments, and I would love to stream with you on a day, Tori.
This was so much fun. I loved working with you, Nick. You've
Yeah.
been an absolute pleasure. I love hearing your expertise and your commentary and skills. Beautiful.
Uh,
I'm gonna I'm gonna quickly plug if you want to learn more about Orlando Regional Chess Alliance outside of the website, come to our Instagram.
ah.
You'll see every week, every single day you could play chess if you'd like. We have
Mhm.
something every day of the week across Central Florida. Come to our tournament on August 2nd. Come play unrated, rated, come watch, come support, come and join our community. It's so much fun. The hardest part is getting there. And then once you get there, we'll invite you with open arms. our Orlando chess family is just one of a kind, and I love being part of it, and I want every single one of you to be part of it too.
Absolutely. And however you want to help out, we're a nonprofit, and we're just a bunch of volunteers who are passionate about it. So if there's some way you can help out, even if it's a tiny way, like setting up chairs or something, you can be a part of this movement too. So well said, Tori. Thank you again for Tori Sanza and the entire Orlando Regional Chess Alliance. My name is Nick Perez. Thank you for joining us, and good night from Orlando. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.